And welcome. We are Lost Caravan RPG. We are a stream that likes to focus really on indie games, along with some Pathfinder and some D&D. But, yeah, today we are playing some Lancer, a just spectacular mech-based tabletop game with missiles and lasers and explosions and reactor meltdowns. It's all good stuff. It's some space politics thrown in there, but you know. Some quick announcements. We have a final game of Scum and Villainy coming up this Thursday, as well as next Sunday. We have some Pathfinder next Saturday and Sunday. And I think that will pretty much bring us to the close for our February one-shot schedule, which will let us jump straight into our March schedule, which we are currently finishing up. We are at the tail end of getting all the games sorted out, getting all of the cast figured out. So, if you would like to come and join us, you can find the link to our Discord down below. It is where we do all of our casting, it's where we post all the games, all the information. It's also where we just hang out, be nerds, and post pictures of adorable cats. So, you know, come hang out. Even if you don't want to play and stream, we just love being nerds there. Other announcements. We have an official affiliate link through Hero Forge. It's where we get most of our token art, our character art. You can see down there under Cygnus or Zach. The tokens or the models fully customizable, fully paintable. They're amazing. Especially for us who like to do tabletop online. But if you like to do tabletop in person, they're absolutely spectacular for customizing every single little detail you want. One of my mods will throw the link into chat. There it is. But if you use that link, you can get cool stuff and support us at the same time. It's win-win. But I think that's pretty much it for announcements. And I'm sure you're all already tired of hearing me talk, but too bad we got a whole bunch of hours to go.
You're running the game. They better not be.
Guys, there was the twist all along was I was the GM, and because I love talking and refuse to shut up, I think this is where Hoop was saying that we should go with the stream.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, makes sense.
I'm going to give my wonderful cast here a chance to introduce themselves real quick and who they're playing today, and we'll jump right into it. So first up is Mike.
Hello, my name's Mike Fatum, and I am playing Matus, the pilot of Set, today.
Heck yeah. Any fun or interesting details that people should know about Mike or Set?
Matus used to be a devil may care blah 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 like Blue Angels style mech pilot for the big central government of the universe, and then something went horribly wrong, and now he is out on the fringe piloting his mech for money in between or doing gigs with this wonderful group of losers.
Yeah. Quick question. If Set were to suddenly take friendly fire in the middle of combat, who would you immediately think was responsible? Top of your head.
Well, actually, I think I would be pretty surprised by that. But I would probably imagine I'd done something to piss Karma off.
Fair enough. Speaking of, jump over to Darcy.
Hello, I'm JC Darcy, and I'm playing Blake Dara, call sign Karma, who would never, ever, ever, without really good reason, inflict any sort of friendly fire.
Okay. Real quick.
But if you had to.
But no.
You gonna put a gun to my head? Because you're gonna need to.
Good.
Apparently, there are people who can just hack into your mech and put your mech to your head. So
Yeah, apparently.
But thankfully, those people are on our team, so I don't have to worry about that.
For now.
Real quick question. What is, if anything, something that Blake would consider more important than money?
Oh, money's not important at all.
Oh.
I think to Blake, money is a byproduct of, like, yeah, we do this and we get the money and then we can use it to buy cool new mechs and more guns and keep doing the job. I think the job is the important thing for Blake. And also carried when, the Watcher Unseen, the Dawning Shadow.
How very lawful of you.
Mm.
Alright.
For now.
For now. Jump over to James.
Hey, I wasn't here last session, so I am gonna completely bullshit the rest of this. But yes, I am playing Kate, also known as Fly Girl. Her favorite movie growing up was a very old one from the late 1900s, which is Tank Girl, which I conveniently watched last night because I
Inspiration.
needed something to do. Yeah, I currently mech. I drive around in Firefly and have fun. Blowing shit up all the time.
Cool. Real quick question for you. What does, what's the one thing that Kate likes to do when you're not on a mission?
Probably improve Firefly as she's a talented engineer. Kind of like Kaylee from Firefly.
So lots of work. Work.
Yes, very much work and just overall being a badass.
Alright.
Why do I feel like we're on some kind of mech version of Blind Date where you're like trying to wheedle out which one you want to flirt with the most?
I don't know what you're talking about. I would never. And our guest for today, because we are down a pilot, Turk is not here, as you may have noticed. But we have Zach here with us.
Yay!
We're going. I am Zach. I am playing Cygnus Black, who goes by the call sign of Tower. He pilots the mech that is named They Looked Hostile to Me. And he is ex-Spec Ops.
Yeah. So, question for you that you may or may not know. If you don't know, that's fine. But all of the mercenaries that work here, they're all former military. Their units either don't exist anymore or they fled them. How did Cygnus end up here?
Well, as he traveled around just doing side jobs to earn enough to keep him and his mech alive, it just, you kind of wind up in weird places such as this. He doesn't really know anyone here yet. He's still trying to make a name for himself, carve out a slice of this area to sort of make his own, but who knows what'll happen.
Okay. So, with that, we'll jump into a little bit of backstory. As the party is on a abandoned Union Navy shipyard known as Hope's Deliverance. This is a massive vessel that has been purchased and sold over and over and over, sometimes even taken by force. But now the population seems to be mostly migrants, travelers, those that really had nowhere else to go and just kind of collected here. But their numbers have grown exponentially by the thousands to the point where a singular solid leadership has been needed, where the trade that should be coming and going to this place, it needs some structure. Otherwise, this community is going to die, and it'll become abandoned, and it'll reset for the next group that happens to find it. So far, the party landed in the Nest, which was an overgrown ecodome. Plants, trees, rivers, all kind of things that just went out of control when the system was abandoned, and no one's bothered to try to clean it up. There's any number of beasties that have taken root and taken over that entire region. And we lost someone. Oops. Right now, the party is in the Spires, which is the main hub of the civilization here. Used to be an entertainment district, but it was repurposed to be anything they need. Old casinos were repurposed into mech shops. Old hotels were just repurposed into, high-profile business structures. The overall goal right now is to protect the leadership of Hope's Deliverance while they meet with their corpo backers, hopefully, and not let anything happen. Did we lose James? No, James. We lost Mike.
We lost Mike.
Oh no.
Yeah, I'm still here. I'm just in more than one place. I've been fucking with the overlay.
Yeah, your face is almost gone, James.
Oh, I know. I think you'd make a lot of people happy if you just left it as is.
I seriously doubt it. Give us just 1 second. Alright, well, we are down a pilot at the moment, but that's okay. We will persevere. Let me know if the music is too loud on stream, and if it is, then I'll adjust. Otherwise, we will start with the burning, white-hot image of a hunk of metal just absolutely shooting from the sky towards Hope's Deliverance, leaving a trail of heat and distorted air behind it as Kate is launched shipside.
Oh, hi. Yes, that's me.
You said your call sign was Fly Girl or Firefly?
My call sign is Fly Girl. My mech name is I call it Firefly.
Okay,
Because Serenity was copyright intaken.
makes sense.
I am trying to stay in frame here, but
It's
I'm running
all
out
good.
of desk.
So
It got worse.
as you are
I
ejected
can't tell.
and land shipside, you regain control of your mech, stand up, scour the area, just a quick reconnaissance, knowing that your contact to meet here is codenamed Tower. What would you like to do?
All right. So I'm gonna just start investigating around and see where if there's been any like tracks like on the dirt and such.
Okay. There have been quite a few, but you also know this is where the rest of your team landed, so that's not surprising.
Well, then I'm gonna follow these tracks and then
Okay.
just try to stay in frame. You know what? I'm just gonna do this.
You get
There
about half a mile of traveling before you would come across the first signs of another pilot. That being, Cygnus, I'll actually let you describe what your mech looks like.
So it's still a fairly bog standard GMS mech. However, there is additional plating on it. Its structure seems to be a little beefed up. Just like he's done as much work as he can to really make this as survivable as possible, and it's holding as many guns on it as it possibly could.
Okay. And Kate, want to give us just a brief rundown of what he would see as you stroll up?
So I'm gonna assume that I'm outside my mech, but it's in follow mode,
Okay.
so it's just kind of like walking around with me. You see a girl who's like fairly short, kind of more on like a 5'2", 5'1" kind of end of the height spectrum. Completely like shaved down hair, like military style. Wearing nothing but like a tank top that has been like completely dirtied and like probably has a bit of like oil like stains on it from like working on the mech, even though it's 3D printed. And is kind of just wearing a like pair of aviators, and behind her is a giant, what appears to be a bipedal firefly with two giant rockets on its back, and like barely like semi-translucent like quote unquote wings. They're more for display than anything else.
Okay. As the two of you get within range, Cygnus, you know that you were sent here to meet the last mercenary that was coming in to help with security, while the leadership was meeting with the SSC. And this is probably them.
All right. He's been sitting in the cockpit with it opened. He'll pull a screen up, and he'll hail this person walking their mech through the underbrush, I guess. And you'll just see, obviously, my token, but he's smoking a cigarette. So you wouldn't happen to be Fly Girl, would you?
That depends. Do you got another one of those cigarettes?
Go around his pockets. Yeah, got one or two I can spare.
Then yes, I'm Fly Girl.
Code name's Tower. And I've been sent here to escort you through this wonderful place.
Yeah, I was given a mission description, but then I completely zoned the fuck out. So I got no clue why we're here.
Oh, good. Protection duty, mainly. Now let me meet you in person. And he'll rappel down his mech, hand her half a pack of cigs, and as promised.
Hey, why do they call you Tower? Compensating for something?
Because I used a tower to kind of make my mech.
Ah, that makes sense.
All right. Well, the two of you, just for the sake of time, are able to share the necessary data that you as the players would know as to what has happened so far, and able to take off towards the spire, towards the rest of your team.
All right, I guess we go on and go try to get to the rest of the team.
Yep.
I know that we kind of got into this at the end of last session, but like, was there anything else that you wanted to do with that moment of being able to tail Jace? You did have access to that mechanic shop if you wanted it.
I did take advantage of the mechanic shop, actually. In a meta kind of sense, I did make a very quick change to my mech. I dropped a auxiliary weapon for a different auxiliary weapon, because I had knives, and I don't want to be in melee range of anybody ever. So I've switched out for an auxiliary nexus, so I can use
Oh.
barrage now, which is great.
Very cool.
But while I was sort of, I had my little perch up above this pawn shop, and I think I just spent a little bit of time after Jace had left. I think I let him go. I didn't want to bother trying to follow him, because I've got what I needed from him, and we can find him when we need to. I think I spent a few minutes just waiting to see if anything else happened at the shop itself, to see how our greasy man reacted to being thrown so bodily against a wall. And being spoken to in a fairly disagreeable manner by our boy Jace.
From your vantage point, you would see him go to a local terminal, pull up some communication that from this distance would probably be very difficult to make out, but he's probably relaying what just happened to someone off station.
Okay. Good to know. And I've arranged to rendezvous with the rest of my team. So I'll make my way back towards wherever I left them.
Okay. It would be the the Mech Bay at the old casino.
It's the one.
Making it back, you would see that they did do a thorough search of each of your mechs. Any of the parts that were used to help repair they were thoroughly scrubbed by the AI and by your allies, as to not include any malware, any way for your systems to be compromised, like you saw the now dead pilot was compromised.
I imagine Simcoe will probably want to do a check on that himself rather than leave it to third-party mechs, but I'll have a quick look on mine as well. But I'll trust what he says. If he says it's clean, it's clean.
I happen to have his sheet here.
That's lucky.
I feel like this would fall under hacker fix.
Sure.
Roll it. Go.
Is that...
Oops, there should have been an extra d6 on that.
He's Mike. I just didn't want to come in the middle of the stream and be like, hello!
Okay, yeah. Simcoe would go through each of the repairs, make sure everything is on the up and up, and seems like it is.
Okay. I trust you.
I'm sure he would give you some snarky comments about, of course you do.
Of course.
something, I'm a deity.
Minor. I'm going to get that tattooed on my forehead so you can read it all the time. Minor. So that was an interesting trip that I just took. But some things are starting to fall into place. Our boy is definitely not telling us the truth. Definitely knows something is going on, but definitely did not expect that outcome.
Mike, you would also be here for this conversation. Or, sorry, Mattis. Assuming that
Relaying.
Mike is here.
Yay, he's back.
I'm alive. Hello.
There you are.
Hello.
So, real quick recap. Basically, Blake is relaying everything that she saw. The interaction with the mechanic and just the general oddness about Jace. Did you have any alterations you wanted to make to your mech while you have access to the garage, or is your mech all good?
It's all prepared up, and we don't have the next license level, so I think it's good for now.
Okay.
So, how long do we have before this meeting?
Since Jace would also be here, hearing...
Oh, would he? Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, his mech is also here, and he's also getting ready. I assume that
Okay,
your
all of that
conversation was
was
private.
sort of about
Yes.
shit. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey guys, this guy's
Awkward.
fucking shady.
This dude right here. His name is Jace.
You would know that you have, at this point, about 2 hours left before you need to
Oh,
be in
shit.
position.
Okay.
Which would also be the time that you would see 2 other mechs walking into town, one being the familiar sight of Flygirl, and the other looks like a mercenary that belongs here on station.
I will climb up into my mech to hop on comms and be like, "Hey, Fly Girl."
Oh,
Can you hear us, James?
sorry. Yeah, my audio just cut out for a quick second. Yeah, can you repeat that?
No worries. I climb up into my cockpit and hop on the comms and go, "Hey, Fly Girl, welcome to the party."
Hey, big man, how you doing?
Who you dragging in with you?
Some dude named Tower.
Okay. Well, we're all over here at the repair station. Come on in. I'm sure we can. We're okay with one more, right, Karma?
Background check, please, Simcoe. Also, Flygirl, I feel like you should have some credits to share now if you've had your little solo run.
Oh yes.
Cheeky little solo mission.
Solo mission. The
Anyways,
players
for
you can
that
actually know
background
about.
check, right? He's just some dude. I was just told to escort him. To be honest, I was kind of bored when given the mission description, so I kind of tuned out for a good chunk of it.
That's all right.
Is
I do
any
that
of
all
this
the time.
on like encrypted comms, or is it all just like short range?
Oh, I think you're hearing all of this. I
Yeah.
don't think I would have put it on encrypted
Oh,
channel.
It's too smart.
I would have sort of done a sidebar. Simcoe, check this guy out.
Oh yeah, you all got a dossier sent to your private
Oh,
terminals of this Cygnus individual, codenamed Tower. A brief rundown of the mech that he's sporting. Seems, former military, more or less on the up and up. Trustworthy enough for the mission that needs to be done.
I am right here.
Yeah.
Oh, I
yes,
know,
I can see
sweetheart.
you. You're in a giant robot. I don't know if anybody told you.
It's difficult to miss you.
But
I
hey,
wasn't aware
welcome.
at all.
Welcome also to the party. You got your invitation already?
I seem to have left that in my other mech.
Oh, fancy man, got more than one mech.
Mm-hmm.
I know. Maybe you
so
should be getting the credits from this dude instead of me.
why, in the nicest possible way, why are you here? Did Cordell send you?
That was, by the way, the nicest possible way she can say that. I've heard much worse.
I'm getting better.
I believe that. Yep,
I haven't spent a lot of time around other people, sorry. This is all very new.
just working with the security here. Heard that Fly Girl was a little late. They sent me to bring her over. Show her where y'all were at.
Who's they?
All right.
Whoever hired you, which I forget.
Okay.
Cygnus, there's look. The information I have right now is what I remember from the last VOD, and
Okay.
now.
No, that's
so-
totally fine.
That's in character, it was
I
the
work
worst bit of
for the
espionage
If
I've
it
ever
reads like
heard.
subterfuge,
Whoever-
it's not. Zach
the
is just
people who
dumb
you
and
work
knows
for are.
nothing.
Same guys as you. We're on the same team. That team.
Woo,
that one.
Yeah.
Sure.
What
Alright,
you're
that's cool.
thinking about? We're on that team together.
It checks out. It checks out, guys. It's good. It's good.
I once they're close enough, I would visually study new guy's mech, both because my character would be interested and to give him time to describe how cool his mech is.
So it was described a little bit when you
Oh,
were
okay.
out,
My
but
bad then.
it's basically imagine if someone took the skeleton of a frame and then took tower plates and then used that as armor instead. It's just it seems more cobbled together. He doesn't have access to the resources, but he is made a rather serviceable mech.
All right, all right. So new guy. Where's your mech? I see the pile of parts you're dragging in here.
Yep. That's it.
Oh, that's
Huh.
really
Wait, that's seriously
you.
your mech? I thought you were joking.
Yeah, well, not everyone has access to the resources that mercs like you have.
Oh, we're just fucking with you. It's a beautiful mech. I'm sure she's got special modifications we can't see
Oh,
somewhere.
I'm not offended. She's built
It
out of
looks like
scrap.
you took pieces of metal and then attached it to like a piece of shit and then said this was a mech.
No, Fly Girl. You couldn't
Are we not
attach
allowed to
pieces
be
of
this
metal
honest?
to a shit. You'd need at least a good shit to metal ratio.
Look,
I mean, I
look,
feel like he's got
Oh,
he's got a
okay.
like 7 to 8 shit to
you're
metal
half
ratio right
you're
here.
half right.
Do you need an extra one? I really gotta go.
You know, the mech has a function for that. You don't have to keep getting out in the middle of a fight and shitting in the middle of the battlefield.
It's so much fun.
All right, boys,
It
we're on
makes
the
their
job.
mech spell bad.
Jokes are very good. I'm learning all about those as well, but I think the time for those is done.
All right,
I've been
Mom.
taking notes, don't worry. Oh, no, I don't like that. No. That's not okay.
Did
All right,
somebody
I'm
touch
sorry.
Karba's tool set and then now she's pissed off again?
No, it's a very lovely day. I just don't like those jokes. Mattis tells me they're jokes, and I don't like them.
You don't like poop jokes?
No, I don't like being referred to as mummy.
Oh,
That's
oh no,
not
I
okay.
didn't say mummy. That would make you mean you were wrapped in something and
I mean,
coming
yeah.
out of a
Fly
sarcophagus.
Girl, the poop jokes are kind of shitty.
All right,
learning
you'll
so
fit
much
in, you'll fit in
about these.
fine, new guy.
So remind
with
us,
that,
who hired you?
oh, go ahead.
Just remind us who hired you. You mumbled, you stuttered a bit.
Yeah, that's because I didn't know. But looking at this chat, apparently, Scarlet Hand.
And who are they?
I don't know.
read
Okay.
further in the chat.
That's... So are you on our team? Because that's not our team.
I remember
Yes.
distinctly from the briefing that I paid attention in that Scarlet Hand is one of the two
Sure.
people meeting at the meeting.
There's any number of small factions that basically collected on this ship, and their Scarlet Hand are one of the ones that are working to unite them all under the banner of a corporation, ideally SSC.
Okay.
All right.
On
mean,
his mech, are there any details or decals or bits of signature work that I might be able to match up to Riot and Dead Guy's mech? Two mechs that we encountered that we fought.
That's
Any similarities between them?
I'll
that's.
leave that up to you, Hoop.
I was gonna leave it up to you, but I don't. When was the last time you were off station?
Probably been a while for him.
Okay, so no, there wouldn't be any similarities then.
Okay, checks out.
Cool. Hey, I'm actually gonna flip to some sort of tight band transmission to just Tower, and be like, hey, by the way, if you're connected to the local, don't.
What's wrong with
Like-
the local?
Let's just say that, well, what was the name of the guy who died? I'm sorry.
Are the kids forcing porn on everyone again?
Oh, his name was Exo.
Exo, I don't know if you knew Exo, but somebody got in his head via his mech. He didn't make it. Best to just keep that stuff unplugged for now.
Oh, that's awful.
Yeah, it was real shitty.
The worst part was how we kept piloting his mech for about 2 hours afterwards.
Yeah.
It's one thing to go down in a firefight, but to have your brain hacked.
Yeah, it was rough.
Yeah.
At
Not
this
my favorite thing
point,
that I've seen.
Jace would walk out, full mech, ready to go. You see, running through the weapons check, running through systems diagnostics, putting an open hail to all of you. Alright, so got about 15, and we need to be on the road getting into position. Taking your friend with me. We're gonna set up our mechs on the south side, and we're gonna be on the interior, running defense in case they send any pilots inside to, try to disrupt things. The rest of you will be on the north side. We're lending you tower for the moment. Look after them as if they were one of our own.
Yeah. I try not to let anyone die.
Appreciate
General
it.
rule.
If you need anything, you know how to get a hold of me. Otherwise, fingers crossed this is a nice and quiet one.
Agreed. Jace, there was something you wanted to tell us earlier. I apologize, we cut you off.
Right.
Still relevant or not?
I'll tell you after.
Okay.
If you're sure.
Yeah. I mean, what's the worst could happen? We have a few,
Oh, we could all get electrocuted inside our mechs. I knew that one.
When he says, I'll tell you later, I send a red flag emoji to everyone else's mech.
What's this icon?
So Simcoe and Kismet and Jace will head off towards the south side of the building. The building you're guarding is kind of a skyscraper. One of the taller buildings, though there's any number of these kind of scattered out through this district of the ship. I believe Blake did... Sorry, Karma, you're on mission. Use call signs. I know this. Karma did some scouting. You found what would be like the most likely sniper positions. In the small amount of time you guys have before the mission, is there any last-minute preparations, any last-minute action, scouting, anything you'd like to do?
So we're going to be on the ground of the tower. How many stories above us is the meeting taking place?
Anywhere, somewhere between 30 and 40.
Okay, so I would want to, once we position ourselves, kind of pick out any sites that look like they have a clear line of sight to that area. I think Karma was doing a little bit of this, last session, and just sort of keep an eye out for like missile fire or incoming airplanes or things like that. I think because they may come stomping at us in mechs, but if they're smart, they may try and hide up there and take everyone out with an RPG or something.
Okay. No skill check required for that. That's just something you keep an eye on. Cygnus or Tower or Flagrel. I'll get it eventually. I think I won't.
I think you won't. Tower will just do his typical checks, make sure there's nothing funny going on with the comms. There was one time he had to ignore his comms as all the friend versus foe tags got mixed up.
Mm-hmm.
So he always double checks his electronics on this cobbled together mech.
Yeah. Are you connected to the local OmniNet?
I was told not to.
But you have been.
I had at one point, yes, because I didn't know any better.
Great. Then
Life's gonna suck.
We're
Would
but
you
we're all gonna die.
just roll a systems check for me then?
That would be pilot tactical? Yes. That's not great.
You should... Oh, no, I'm looking at Kismet. Kismet has a +2 to it. Gotcha.
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
I mean, a quick rundown of your system. Everything seems to be working as it should.
Fantastic.
Tower, Flag Girl, anything the two of you would like to do as far as tactics or scouting or pre-setup?
Yes, I have something very important I need to take care of. Messing with Karma. As she seems like she's in a bad mood, and it would be really funny to me if I just start moving her tools around and overall just being a general pain in the ass, as my mech is already ready to go.
Oh, you guys are already in your mechs and out the door towards the meeting
still
spot.
messing with Karma. Wait, it's still messing with Karma though. Chucking like the occasional like tiny rock.
Just standing behind her and
Immediate.
going poke.
Yeah,
Poke
exactly.
With the mech.
Are we there yet? Are we there yet? Oh my god, it's taking forever.
20-foot robot, I can't feel you poking.
I don't know that you should mess with the one that's carrying an anti-material rifle, but that's just me.
All the more reason to poke.
But we've got such good material.
Have to be anti all of it.
Oh no, no, no,
Oh,
no.
yes.
Hold your friendly fire.
That's not even in character. No, no, dear.
I'm gonna move you guys over.
Not having
And
looking with vision in this scene.
Yo, the darkness
fixed
is
lighting.
killing it right now.
so that you can all
What do you
see.
even think of now?
All that I see.
So, you are all welcome to position yourselves as you would like within the map.
So which is the building where the meeting is?
It is going to be in the top right corner.
Okay.
Where these containers are.
Yes.
So I will be over here, but I'll be as high up as I can get. I want to try and be on a level with the meeting room if I can.
You're probably about 10 floors below, but you're still about 20 floors up.
This
Okay.
I'm trying to ping it, and it's not working for
Hold
some reason. But the
X and click.
X. Okay.
What?
This thing, is that like just a pipe sticking out, or is that
Which this?
That
That is a lamplight.
the lamplight. Okay,
Yep.
cool. 'Cause it looks like there's no lamplights over here. I'm gonna do nothing apparently because it's not letting me pick up my token. Because that's not my token. That's why. I'm gonna start back here in the shadows a little bit. Sort
Okay.
of. Not like I doubt my mech has a stealth mode, but I'm just gonna kind of like, power down a tiny bit to get some non-essential lights turned off, so that if somebody comes hunkering up, I can come charging out.
Right. Tower?
Um,
Oh, sorry, go ahead.
Yeah.
All I was going to say is I will be using my talent crack shot once I'm in position. So
Perfect.
ahead of the game, I will be studying my aim. I'm immobilized, but I will gain +1 accuracy on my next attack with a rifle. I'm
Perfect.
primed. I'm ready to go.
Tower's sort of part of the city, so he's
Mhm.
he's just gonna take up presence in the middle. Because everyone else is trying to be all sneaky, like he will be the one that sort of draws attention to himself. Because
Okay.
if they see somebody, they're a little less likely to think that something's wrong.
So you are fully just out in the open, just, hey, look at me.
Yep.
I'm Mr. Meeseeks, look at me.
Hey guys,
And
the new guy's offering himself up as bait. That's wonderful.
Thank you for reminding me of the existence of Mr. Meeseeks.
All right. And if there's nothing else, the time of the meeting would eventually arrive. That SSC ship that you had seen fly overhead earlier flies back around, lands near the center, or hovers near the center of the skyscraper, around the floor that you expected them to meet, and just sits there for a bit as the passengers are unloaded onto the floor, before it again takes off and just does kind of a circling pattern around this district of the city.
How many people?
I assume you have like a high-powered scope.
Please.
Or high-powered
please.
magnification.
Please.
You see about a dozen individuals. Most of them looking like corpos, some of them looking like bodyguards.
Okay.
You would also see your ally up there, Kismet, who was just watching you all, and takes a moment to go to one of the like dust-covered windows, and just you can see like he's tracing something, and eventually see that it's just the shape of a giant heart.
Oh, that's
really
not what I thought
that
it was gonna
a dick.
be.
Yeah. I will breathe on the glass of the front of my cockpit and draw a dick back to him.
Probably can't see you.
That's fine. I know in my heart, and that's what's important.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
We don't have any comms with him now, do we? He's totally offline.
If you wanted to connect to the local Omninet, you would?
Nope. No, that's a trap. No.
Okay. You do have contact with his mech and his AI, though, Jeeves.
I actually thought to bring some giant handwritten signs with my mech so I could hold up yes, no, oh fuck.
The one that's gonna get
Coyote style.
So where? Oh, his mech has gone with Jace's mech to the north side.
Yes.
Right. Okay. That's
They're opposite side of the structure as all of you.
Yeah.
All right. The SSC craft that's circling, is it like staying and circling around as kind of an to air defense, or is it taking off now to drop people off?
It seems to be waiting that if something were to go wrong, it could swoop in, pick up the passengers, and get out.
Okay, well.
It does have some small point defense systems, but nothing like artillery or bombardment.
Got it. I don't know, I just have this vision of fighter jets zooming in and shooting our meeting to pieces, so can I calm the SSP ship? Is that a thing that's possible to do without local Omninet?
Would you have their signature?
I doubt it.
Probably not.
Yeah, doesn't seem like a thing I'd have.
Yeah.
Alrighty.
Okay. So, the meeting is underway. The first 15 minutes passes. It's quiet.
Ooh, what?
Another 5 minutes pass. When the immediate buildings around you, just for a moment, you see the power flick as things just die and then come back online. It's just for a brief moment.
Heads up, boys.
Oh, finally! I was getting bored.
Can I have a look at some of the other potential sniper nests that I saw from where I am? Can I just quick check if there's any movement or indication of anybody at any of them?
Yeah. I'll give you a skill check for that.
Alrighty. I have spot as a trigger.
Beautiful.
I don't get an accuracy, it's just a straight roll. Do you want to roll it? There we go. Ah, rubbish.
Yeah. I mean, you do have to scan quite a bit of a building at a time before moving on to the next one. It's scanning again, and there's just so many possible gaps in your scanning that it's possible you missed something, but for the moment, it seems clear.
Okay. I'll just turn my attention back to the building then.
Okay. From across the street, these large metal canisters, you can see it start to shake and like scoot along the ground as the entirety of that structure under them starts to crack. Walls start to bow out a little bit. And from the front of that structure, you can see the wall, just something heavy impacts it, sending spiderwebs of cracks all up and down it. And then impacts
from
again.
The outside?
From the inside.
The inside. Oh shit.
If any of you would like to reposition, now would be your chance.
Oh, I am.
I'm holding steady.
Yeah, I think I will. Good call.
From this building right here.
I feel like some of the other buildings are going to wake up and come after us too, but I'm going to go here.
All right. With a final slamming into that wall, an enormous towering mech steps out, a good many times larger than any of you. Absolutely letting the front quarter of that building just rain its rubble down on top of it as it does step out. Does a quick scan of the area. And then I'm going to put us into initiative.
Yay!
Oh no.
That looks like a modified Barbarossa, and I'm scared.
I don't know what that word means.
It's a size 3 mech.
Then that is a thing.
It's scary.
Nope, that was the right song. Aha.
Joke's on you.
Begin combat. Combat tracker, I guess, isn't super important. But
I think we just agree on...
I think you guys get to go first. Unless I'm wrong.
I think it's one of us goes first, and then he goes, and then one of us goes. Yeah.
So yeah, you guys have first priority.
I'm gonna suggest that we let Karma take her super souped up shot, and hopefully hit
You
something
said that.
vital.
I'm so happy you said that.
Well, do we want to set up anything that would give Karma accuracy to possibly crit on her shot?
Well, I have... what did I give myself with that? I already have one from my talent, which I set up. And I think it sounds like this might be the time to use my core power. So I'm going to give myself another one there.
I love it.
And I mean, you set me up to do the thing that I built this character to do, so I'm going to try and do it real well. So, yeah, let's power up. That's a lie. How dare you tell me I don't have any core power? I do. There we go. I had switched off for some reason. So, power up. Assume max core power, go. I'm also... Oh my god, remember how to Lancer. I'm not going to move. Okay, this is how it's going to go. I'm going to use my initiative as well. Once per scene, the Everest may take a quick action as an action. As a free action, rather. So I'll consume that, and I'm going to lock on. And then I'm immediately going to consume the lock on, and that should give me total 3 accuracy on this first hit.
Oh, hell yes.
Okay.
Okay.
Nice.
Building characters to do specific things. It's fun. So, out comes the anti-material rifle.
Just making sure that there is nothing on here that would give you any negatives.
That would make me sad, so no thanks.
No, nothing.
Brilliant. So, in that case, I get to do a full, which would be barrage. So I get a hit with my anti-material.
Yep.
With +3 accuracy.
And then another system after that.
And I'll get to use my Nexus after that. So,
Beautiful.
let's hope. Christ, let's hope that this hits.
17 against evasion. Yeah, absolutely.
Brilliant.
This is super slow.
Oh, that's good to know.
Nice shot.
Cool. So that's most of the things that I can do, but at least it worked.
So, you do your shot. Does your shot have
Armor piercing, I believe so.
but I don't think
good.
this counts as armor because it has an ability called Siege Armor, which I know armor's in the name, but it just reduces damage from attacks beyond range 3 by 3 points.
That's horseshit, and I don't
That
like it.
sucks.
But okay,
Still,
that's
you
good to know.
blow past the rest of its armor, and
Nice.
yeah.
Cool.
Then you have your other
Does it
system to
look like a
shoot.
decent hit?
Oh yeah, just
Okay.
clean hit.
Great. So the other system that I
Way to tell
installed.
him hello, Karma.
Bonjour, motherfucker. The other one I have, it hasn't synced with CompCon on Forge,
Oh weird.
but it is a light Nexus, which is smart range 10. Yeah, I'm good.
Yep.
And
Send out the bees.
is 1d6 damage. That's really upsetting that it hasn't synced. Because I don't know what it would roll with.
It'll be on CompCon.
It will be on CompCon.
Yeah,
Let's
you
pull
can just
that up
roll it
real
there
quick.
and just tell me what it is.
I'll do that then. Stand by. Pilot roster.
Stand
There's
by.
Karma.
Yep.
Mech. It's my mech. I love it quite a lot, but I'm still gonna get rid of it.
Yep. Because there's cooler ones to be had.
Most definitely. Oh, I guess I didn't save it. Here we
That's
go.
why I made mine out of scrap, because then I won't be beholden to it.
In a cave with a box of scraps.
Alright, that's uploaded.
An
Okay.
electromagnet.
Oh, it's smart. I don't need to roll to hit. That's why I'm struggling.
Oh.
There we go. It just does 1d3 damage by the looks of it.
Okay.
So let's do that. 1. Here's a d6. Oh, there's a d3. Oh, that's the lowest number.
Yeah. Is that armor piercing by chance?
I don't think it is on an
Yeah.
Nexus.
It wouldn't matter because of siege armor?
Yeah. It would impact and just
Dang.
scratch the paint job a little bit.
Well, there you go. Good to know.
Alright. Well, Hulk is going to go.
I don't like that. Bye, girl.
Okay, so are we
Come
talking,
get me.
Are we talking Hulk like green and smashy, or Hulk like racist pro wrestler?
Like green and smashy.
Okay.
Wait, the
Aw,
wrestlers are
yeah.
racist?
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
super racist.
Oh, my childhood. No.
I know.
Within line of sight and sensors. Ooh, sensors 10, absolutely.
Everyone's within sensors.
So, going
All
to...
of the humans are within
There
sensors.
are a handful of, like, mounted cameras on the chest of this thing. All look up towards you, Karma.
Oh, God.
Hey, it wasn't
And-
me.
It's... I don't think they're... Oh no, it still has to beat your E defense.
Okay, well that's decent. Where is my guy?
That's private.
11.
E defense. Where have you gone on my sheet?
If you're on Foundry, it's under mech-slats. Stats. not slats.
Slats.
Mech slats.
Slats. Mech slats. That's how I make my
EDF.
porch.
My EDF is 8.
Yep. So you're targeting on to anything that isn't the Hulk. You have +3 difficulty to.
Fine.
That makes me think that there's other things.
Uh-huh.
Why would you think this?
I don't know.
And gonna point that big old shotgun towards Flygirl. And just try to fill you full of lead.
I have no idea how this works.
Why is it private?
That's an 11.
Momentous.
What is your evasion?
Evasion's 8, so
Yeah.
I'm gonna get hit.
Yep. So you're just taking 5 points of... Ooh, I want to say that's kinetic damage?
If it doesn't have a damage type, it's kinetic.
Fun.
It's the damage type that's a circle with a line through it.
That's kinetic.
I have 67.
Because the only other damage types are heat, energy, and burn.
Kinetic, yep. So 5 points of kinetic damage. Do you have any armor?
No.
Alright.
Solid 0.
It is going to start stomping forward. Very slowly. Just getting right up into your face, Flygirl. But that's it. You guys are up.
That ain't so big.
I'm gonna wait to go because I just have a feeling that something's gonna come at us from a different direction, and I feel like I'm not to address that.
Do y'all,
Right.
do y'all mind?
Go for it.
Please.
All right. So we are going to protocol power up. Where is that? It's not letting me click things. It's fine. So, oh, there it is. So we're going to do that. So give me
Nice.
+1 accuracy. I am going to fire my shot. What is it? It's within range 3, right?
It is, yes.
Fantastic. I am going to fire my shotgun at it as... Oh, this will be a full barrage, by the way.
Okay.
Fire in my laser.
Fire in the laser. So we are going to fire the shotgun at it. Because it is within range 3, I get my Vanguard. Gain +1 accuracy when using a CQB within range 3, which
Okay.
the shotgun is.
Oh, damn. Shotgun buddies.
Oh,
I don't
God.
know how I got
Wow.
Yeah.
3, but that's...
Damn!
Oh, it rolled the damage.
Yep.
Yeah, crit.
Which...
Real nice.
Yep. Because it was a crit, it rolled the damage twice and took the higher, which is 4 points of damage. Is that armor piercing?
It is not. I do not.
Alright.
Such wonderful things.
It does tear into it a bit, but looks like it's going to take more than that to bring it down.
Oh, yeah. And then we bring out the heavy mount and shoot it with a thermal lance.
I
We like that.
believe a heavy mount requires a barrage by itself.
No, that is a super heavy.
Super heavy.
Super heavy. Okay. You're right.
We all learning?
Yeah.
When you write, you write.
That
It was
is
on the
not going to
18
do
for a
it.
second.
But I get 2 heat, so that's fun.
Yeah.
And it makes
a
a really cool sound, I imagine.
5 is just barely going to glance off of it as the thermal
know
lance
what?
just erupts.
I'm going to overcharge, which is going to get me 1 more heat
Trip to heat 3.
Hoo.
And then...
You get a quick action.
Yep. I am going to load a... No, that's not going to help. So yeah, I'm just going to shoot it with the shotgun again for that wonderful accuracy.
Okay. 12 absolutely hits.
Yeah, and does nothing.
Oh.
Yep.
Dang.
This thing is beefy. Alright, they are going to go.
I have my move, which just goes there.
You are starting within 3, so he is going to take Overwatch.
Oh, he has Overwatch there?
Yeah.
Range 3? Damn.
Yeah, that's a big old shotgun. He's a big boy.
Are you having fun, Hooper?
Yeah. That's 19. Not a crit.
No, not misses. Totally.
So 5 points of kinetic damage.
Ow.
Now they get to go. Let's go with a shade. As there is going to be a heat signature that pops up from on top of this building down here.
Two-Face.
And is going to look down towards Set, actually. Nope, that's not going to matter. Oh, it is going to matter. Because the sniper's mark makes it so it is just 1 structure damage instead of damage.
Oh, fuck.
Oh no, not this thing.
Yeah.
I'm in danger.
Mm-hmm.
And for selective loader, they're going to add... they're gonna make, they're gonna make impact rounds.
Okay.
So, gonna take a shot. Please hit. Please hit.
You don't. Please don't.
Please hit. This is so cool. I need you to hit. 21.
Yeah, that gets past my evasion by a bit.
So there is no damage. It is just 1 structure damage.
Okay. I will take that. But I can only do it 3 more times.
So I need you to roll your damage table. It's just a d6.
Just a d6? Okay.
Mhm.
1.
But you could roll.
1.
Hey, question.
Mhm.
Do you have what is it? The paint job?
I think I do, yeah.
Custom paint job? Yeah, when you take structure damage, roll a 1d6. On a 6, you return to 1 HP and ignore the damage.
Oh, let me do that.
Is that every time or just once per mission?
Wasn't a 6.
Okay.
This can only be used once before each full repair.
Yeah.
So, like, you can keep using it, but like once it gets consumed once it goes off.
So once per mission, basically.
Yeah.
So how many hull points do you have left?
3.
You're 3. So you are stunned until the end of your next turn.
It.
Okay.
Which is the best possible result for a 1.
Yeah.
Stunned. There it is.
Alright.
Well, I think that's Shade's turn done. Yep.
Should I go and burn the stun, or do you want Fly Girl to go and then
Oh,
you have the stun?
I'm sorry.
Can we use...
That was an impact round, so I need you to make a hull save, please.
Oh my god.
Okay.
Of course there's more.
He's having so much fun. Let him have this one, guys.
Out of curiosity, do you
He
also
hit with the
have
shiny thing.
projected shield?
I do have projected shield.
You're gonna want to use that.
Yes, I am.
Hello, this is Captain Hindsight.
Hull save.
How do I... Yeah, I'm trying. Okay, I see what's going on.
Don't worry, Darcy. That'll be my next turn.
Mm-hmm.
That's a big old 5.
You are
Stop it.
also knocked prone.
Oh my
Woo!
god.
Jesus.
Jammed, locked on.
He was right to target me though, because I am probably that guy's worst nightmare. Once I can get up there.
Engaged, exposed, hidden. There's Brown. Alright, now it is you guys.
That's cool.
Do you want me to burn the stun, or do you want Fly Girl to go and try and take?
I was going to ask if we can call in. I forget Kismet's mech name, but can we call in his mech and get him to do techie things, or are we on our own?
Or are they dealing with something on their end?
A call over to Anima X would get a automated response from Jeeves telling you that they do have their own issues to deal with.
Fuck you, Jeeves. Thanks for nothing. Alright, yeah, burn the stun, I think.
Yeah, alright, so I'll just take my turn to get rid of the stun.
Alright. I'm stunned. And prone actually helps you out here.
Yeah.
Which, in retrospect, I should have used magma rounds. That's okay.
Oh no!
I feel
You don't
bad
have
that
to.
you made that mistake, but I guess we'll just have to let it pass this time.
From behind Hulk, a mech is going to step out.
God damn it.
That's enough, Hoop!
This
is what he was talking about testing balance.
This is
he wants
their
to see how fast
own.
he can kill us.
According to them, this is a balanced encounter.
Yeah.
Who's getting attacked?
It's probably going to be Fly Girl.
Hi.
Yeah. So this is a quick tech, so we can actually do two of them.
This is a full tech action?
Yes, to do two quick techs.
I use channel points to give Fly Girl luck. I don't know what that translates to, but I'm trying.
Fly Girl, what's the range on your weapons? I assume more than one.
Before you're about to take it away. My range, I believe it's 10 on everything.
Perfect. So, first quick tech is going to be hitting you with a predatory logic.
No.
Because I get to use tech this time.
Oh.
Alright, I need you to treat me like I'm a 5-year-old and tell me what the hell this all means.
That is a 19. I assume that beats your E-defense.
Yeah, by a lot. Why do you ask?
So, the witch makes a tech attack against the character within sensors. On a success, the target immediately, and as a reaction, uses a weapon chosen by the witch to attack another character within range. Fly Girl is going to turn up towards Karma and unload with that assault rifle.
Are you using a Black Witch against me?
What? I would never.
Do I have to make the attack now?
I have ethical issues with this game.
So please make
I didn't
an
get to do any of my
assault
cool
rifle
stuff yet,
attack
but okay.
against Karma.
That's a bad number.
8.
It's
so...
out in 8 hits.
Against my...
Yeah.
I think all of our mechs have 8.
3 damage, I
same
believe.
frame.
Because I didn't get to use any of the cool accuracy stuff yet.
Yep, just 3 damage.
3 damage,
It's
I can
just
take that.
waiting for me.
But
Well,
it is reliable too. Off the top of anyone's head, do you know what reliable means?
So if you miss
I have a cheat
or
sheet.
you roll less than a 2 in damage, it becomes 2 damage.
Okay, so nothing...
Reliable is just whenever you use the weapon.
Perfect.
It's 2 damage or more if you hit.
Second quick tech is going to be a teardown action, also against Fly Girl.
Oh, thank you for that cheat sheet.
Yeah, for everyone, I posted a cheat sheet, and I'm also going to post it in the Twitch chat, just so everyone can follow along. But
I'm going to make my rolls
helpful.
public. I didn't actually mean to make those private, but
I was wondering about that.
I rolled
I didn't ask you about that.
24.
I just thought you were ignoring me.
No, Hoop, that doesn't do anything.
So you
No, all my DCs are 26.
You take 1 heat. That's it. Just 1 heat.
Wait,
Don't make it sound like it's so calm.
is this 1 heat now and then like 4 later?
I don't know what you're talking about. It's just 1 heat.
Yeah, it could be.
It's your guys' turn.
I think
Has
that's
everybody
my
been?
turn.
Oh,
No,
yeah.
because I still have to go.
I think we have
So
flight
I'm
girl.
guessing my assault rifles are out of the question.
No, you have full control again.
Okay, great. I'm gonna use a quick action to chuck a frag grenade right here, because that'll burst and hit both of them.
Okay.
Yeah, please don't blow me up.
Well, yeah, it's a 1 burst, so we're okay.
Ellie says in chat says she loves when the GM finally gets to unload. It's been 1 session. What do you mean finally?
Finally,
Yeah.
like 5 whole hours.
It's going to be 5 hours of Hooper unloading just obscene amounts of damage on us for all the shit we put him through.
I don't think it'll take that long to wipe us all out, to be honest.
So,
That's the trick. He'll bring us back and do it again.
the tiny fuckhead and Hulk both need to make agility saves that take 1d6 explosive damage.
Sure. Hulk,
I don't know what the DC would be for this, but
it's whatever your save is.
Yeah.
Hulk got a 13. Oh no, it's agility, not hull.
it
Sorry.
would be agility.
That's at 8? What's your save?
I'm trying to find it, but I don't.
If you go to your mech stats,
So,
Yeah, I'm on it.
save, I think, is 10.
10. Yep.
It's under
Oh yeah, it is 10. Yeah,
So-
it's 10.
Hulk fails. And Hazel succeeds.
Okay, so then they're gonna both take 1d6.
Hazel
but
succeeded.
Hazel will be
Takes half. Gotcha.
Yeah. I gotta find the 1d6 button because it's not wanting to roll it. I'm just gonna click the button. Here we go. Stop. Go down to 1. I just want it. I hit. God. I love Foundry, but boy, the UI could be a little rough some
I have
days.
never found a virtual tabletop with a good UI.
They're both.
Fantasy grounds.
All right.
So
So
Hazel
5
takes-
and then whatever half of.
Hazel takes 2.
So that was 1 quick action.
And we'll take 5. Armor would reduce some of that, but still a big hit.
Great. And because I really don't like Hazel, and I'm gonna let the rest of them deal with Mr. Hulk over here. I have the walking armory, which is the armament talent, which means once per turn when I attack with my main ranged weapon, which is gonna be the assault rifle, I may expend 1 charge to apply one of the following attacks. I'm gonna apply Thumper, which my attack will gain knockback 1 and deals explosive damage.
Perfect. For your attack,
So,
make sure you click hard cover.
Okay.
Because
He
the Hulk
is hard cover?
The Hulk provides hard cover.
Oh, he's shooting the guy behind, right?
Because it's adjacent to him,
Yeah.
Cover.
and he's so big.
I thought you were shooting the Hulk, so I thought the
Wait,
Hulk
can I-
provided hard
Is
cover.
power up a wait? Hold on. Is power up a free action or is it a
protocol?
Protocol has to be done at the start of your turn.
Great. Never mind then. I will deal with that later.
All good.
Yeah.
A 2. No, that's unfortunately
nope.
gonna miss.
Stupid Hulk.
I don't know if reliable goes through hard cover.
I don't
Um,
either, but I have a feeling it's gonna be no.
I don't think so, because that's a modifier after the roll.
Yeah, I think it has to have like armor piercing or there's certain factors of arcing. I think is one, or smart.
It's all okay.
All right.
We're
Well,
good.
is that all of you done?
I
Think
think
so.
so.
Yep.
As
Unless
said,
it'll be nice to give you a third
You
act.
bring
You-
another fucking mech onto this
you
field,
are
I swear to
staring
God.
up into the sky
Fucking
and
called
see a jet-equipped mech just start flying in towards the building, making strafe
it.
runs.
Fucking called it. God
damn.
But
All
it's the
right.
top of round 2, and you guys get to go first.
Wait. Does only Set see this, or is everyone else?
I will call it
as
on
well?
comms
Yeah.
immediately.
Set was just specifically keeping an eye out for that.
We got a flyer coming in.
Y'all mind if I help out Set?
Go.
Yeah.
All right. So I'm going to protocol initiative,
Hmm?
which allows me to take a quick action as a free action.
Mhm.
And then I am going to lob a smoke grenade
Nice.
onto Set,
Oh, thank you.
Okay.
which will give him 2 difficulty to being shot by that little shit stain down there. And anyone else. Until he can get back up. So that's that.
Very cool.
I am also going to protocol. I'm not going to do that because that is one heat, and
Yeah.
This is already going to be very heat intensive. I'm going to have to bleed that off next round. Oh no, I'm going to melt down. Whatever, it's fine. I thermal lance.
Onto
which is a
Hulk?
Well, through the Hulk, it is a line 10.
Okay.
Well, I'll take a shot. I'm gonna boost as a free action this way.
Hulk is going to use Overwatch.
Smack. Yep. I understand.
Nope, that's 4.
Yeah, however, we'll
Or to 6, but yeah.
Thank God. Oh, thank God. And yes, I shall do the pew pews. Well, 8 hits him, but I don't think it hits the witch.
8 does hit him. It does not hit the witch.
That is unfortunate. Oh, he takes 9 energy.
Ooh.
Nice.
Holy shit.
Yeah. Nothing I can do about that. Does armor stop energy damage?
Can we say no for the purposes of you?
I'd like to say no, but I honestly do not know.
Oh. Just
Energy damage. 105. For the moment, we'll say no unless we find out otherwise. If one of you guys wants to look that up for me.
I am looking it up.
Perfect. So
I'm
we'll
also at heat 5.
So for the moment,
6.
we'll say that no, armor does not help, but we'll fix it if need be.
And
Armor, negate, energy.
Is that you?
you know,
like
I might as well just make it a full barrage.
So you can shoot with another system?
Yeah, so I'm going to shoot him with my flex mount, which is my shotgun. He's still within range. 3,
Okay.
which gives me that wonderful CQB
Go for it.
accuracy, and huzzah! That's another crit. For only
Nice.
3 damage, which doesn't matter. So that's fun.
Which is should have
Oh,
ping off the armor.
hooray!
Oh,
There
yeah.
we go.
guys.
Yeah, that is that is my turn.
Well, Shade is gonna go.
No, it's not. Shut up.
Going to
I should've
spend
gone for-
a... Yeah, gonna spend the turn loading.
All right.
Yep.
You
Dude.
guys mind if I go ruin this thing's whole career?
Go ahead.
You are my guest.
It is about 20 stories up,
Okay.
which isn't insurmountable.
Good to know. Well, first I'm gonna. Does coming out of prone, do I lose movement points to do that?
That's a great question.
Sorry. Asking all the difficult questions.
Yep, something that I should know. That's a very basic rules thing that I should know.
Eh.
Let's see if it's
Okay,
in Tuesday.
so I have good news and bad news.
Okay.
It costs your full movement to stand up.
Oof. Oh,
Wow,
movement.
that's
That's okay though.
Okay, but I was gonna before I stood up. I sorry, I did it in the wrong order. I was going to activate power up so I could at least boost.
What was the good news, bad news?
Fuck.
Okay, so bad news is I couldn't find the answer because I was trying to scroll through some Reddit posts, and to be honest, Google wasn't helping us here. The good news is I found out about armor reduction in Warframe, which is also a mech-based game. So I'm clearly on the right path.
Perfect. So yeah, it's your movement to stand.
And then so boosting is just a free action. Does it go my full movement?
Boosting just lets you move again.
Okay, well then that's
Also,
what I'll do.
Everyone who has powered up, don't forget you get that 1 accuracy on everything in addition to the other shit you do. Because I've been forgetting.
I can't find my speed. Is it? I assume it's the same because for as everybody. What should it be?
Oh,
5. There it is.
5. Yep.
5 on this mech, yeah. I did find the answer. All kinetic energy and explosive damage is reduced by armor.
So not energy.
Not energy. Yeah, energy.
Yeah, kinetic energy and explosive.
Oh, kinetic
so
energy and explosive. Gotcha.
Armor doesn't help against burn or heat.
Gotcha.
I have a
makes
quick
sense.
dumb question that I'm pretty sure I know the answer to.
Shoot.
The way it's written on this cheat sheet, it says you can take as many free actions as you want. I assume that doesn't mean I can go boost, 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 boost.
No.
No, because you can only
I think
take
it'd be-
one.
I think
Yeah,
it
once per
specifies that
turn you
only
can
do
boost
once.
as a free action.
Okay.
However, if you're gonna yell something in the middle of combat, you can do that as many times as you want.
Oh,
Exactly, yeah. Just have that on loop. And that's your free
who?
action.
Yes.
that's mean.
What?
Don't do that.
Okay, I'm not sure why Crush was why Hulk was charging, but
What?
all right. So, I guess I can't jump up there and empty a shotgun into his face yet, unfortunately.
Oh,
So-
that's what that was. Whoops. I was wondering what that button was. That's
Dirk, you genius.
That's your core.
Oh.
It.
All right. So I'm going to do a full barrage with my thermal pistols. Can they reach?
I think you spent your
Probably
action
not.
to move, didn't you?
No, I couldn't. Oh, I
You had to boost because you
spent
had no
an action-
movement.
You get a
Stand
free
up.
boost.
yeah, I used
you
an
your
action
move
to stand up, and then I had a free boost.
Gotcha.
But you're right. I can use my attack action to move again, can't I?
You can't take the same action more than once.
Darn it. Okay. All right. So then I will full barrage this guy with my
Yeah, go for it.
thermal pistols.
Thermal pistols.
Yep.
What's the range of those?
5.
Out of range.
Okay. I can't do anything. I just ran towards this man for no reason.
Were you? I blanked out.
Screaming.
Were you trying to boost again?
What?
Did we lose
What
somebody?
happened to my camera?
I don't think so.
My camera just straight up died.
Yep, James his hammer died.
I
Yes.
have no clue what happened.
Yes, he was trying to
Weird.
boost again.
So you can, because it was a free action, so it doesn't count. But you couldn't use 2 of your quick actions to boost, but the free action would allow it because that's what overcharge does.
Okay. Well, then I will boost again.
Okay, yeah,
2,
go for it.
3. Can I get up there? I know it's 20
Um,
stories up.
You
So
can
I don't know
get
how
basically
affect
to
them.
the base of the wall.
Okay. Well, that's what I'll do. It'll make me a little harder to hit.
Absolutely.
Only you took my smoke grenade.
Can I have picked it up off the ground and brought it with me?
How long does it last for? I think it's just one turn.
Until the end of my next turn.
Yeah, which you just did.
It's
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Okay, so it's gone. All right. Cool.
So put you down there. All right.
Oh, that's the end of the building. My bad. Sorry. Yeah.
You're good. Let's go with Hazel. Start of Hazel's turn. Fly Girl, you gain 4 heat. As long as James, you can hear
There
me.
goes my next turn.
James,
Yep. I can still hear you. I got my camera back up. My phone was being a jerk, but now destroyed my next turn because I was going to take off.
again, is going to use a full tech. So it is going to first hit tower with a blind.
That's fine. I already
You don't
knew
need
what
to
my
see
next
it.
turn was going to be anyway.
Which is 19. Yeah.
I don't like that.
So you can only attack characters that are adjacent until the end of your next turn. And then it's going to hit you with a teardown, because why not?
Please roll low.
14.
Why is it with accuracy?
Because it gets
Pretty
accuracy.
boosted. They have a core as well.
Yeah.
Oh, good.
So you gain 1 heat right now, and that's
Alright,
it.
well, it's time to melt down the reactor.
Oh, dear.
But it is over to you guys.
So,
I don't have a lot to do.
I really want to take out Hazel. I could
hang on.
I can do some stuff if we need.
If anybody can get around behind the Hulk,
I can.
Yeah, I have
I'll
to
take a
roll
hit, but
strength.
I could take it.
Oh no, that's all wrong. Excuse me.
So it's either
Um,
Fly Girl or Karma.
Wait. I have to.
All right.
Well, Flagel, I got nothing. I'm gonna cover and reload. That's all I'm gonna be able to do.
Okay.
So you do yours first.
Great.
Uh,
I would do something.
Tower,
stupid.
did you hit 10 heat?
And heat.
Yeah.
I only have 6.
Yeah, we can't.
Oh, 6 heat. That's what I meant.
And I
Do
got
you need
a
to check
5.
the cheat sheet, Hoop?
Always. Always need to check.
Somebody's mech has 10 heat, I guess.
I don't know what you're talking about. Overheating. So you are impaired until the end of your next turn.
It means I can't. Oh, I have difficulty to do pretty much everything.
You are impaired. Yep.
That's fine.
So Fly Girl, go ahead.
Yay. Okay. I'm gonna move. Wait, no. In order of actions first. I'm gonna power up. So I can boost as a free action on my
Yeah.
turns. Because apparently my build works really well when I actually like take 2 seconds to think about what I'm doing. And then I want to just make sure I can do this right. Cool. I am then gonna use that boost to get around. All I'm gonna do is just move 3 squares,
Perfect.
hexes. So now I can see Hazel,
You can.
and there's no more.
And
Hulk
Hulk
dude
has already
that
used
can-
Overwatch on Tower.
Yep. Because I'm a genius, so I am going
The
to.
hit for you, buddy.
Yeah, you did it! I'm so proud of you. I'm debating what's more worth it right now. Pilot talents.
Fly Girl, apparently you were given luck by chat, so you can re-roll a single
Yo.
roll.
woo!
Single
We
D20.
love you, Chad.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Chat, you're so awesome. This is better than the Locust chat. I can tell already. All right.
Ooh, Turk also
I'm
gave the party luck.
Oh, I would have loved to have used that.
You are here in spirit, my friend.
Okay, cool. I'm gonna use something a little unconventional for me,
Love it.
and I'm gonna use a heavy melee weapon and just punch this thing in the face. And for the rest of the scene, I got a +1 accuracy on all attacks, checks, and saves due to my power up.
Yeah,
So
go for it.
this is gonna have accuracy on it. Accurate. There we go. Roll. That's gonna be 15 to
that
hit,
hits, yeah.
and it'll be 6 points of damage.
Oof.
Don't forget, you also got the other accuracy from.
Yeah.
Was I
your
supposed to
core
roll
power.
another?
It only
You-
you either have accuracy or you don't. It's just an additional D6.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
It's lock on. That's the one up. The whatever the
Yeah,
seeking.
you could
I
have
don't
like
that.
10 accuracy and still only get 1d6.
oh, it used to be that you could get up to 3. So I
Can you
there's
make
some older
2?
rules.
Can you make 2 attacks with the? Because they're both quick actions.
No, with the same weapon. No.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't think with the same weapon. Okay. hoping to God this thing doesn't have like whatever the equivalent of attack of opportunity is. I'm going to hit the. Oh God, does this have a? I'm hoping to God my thing has a very small burst. Last one. Why did you have to be so? Oh wait, no! I'm the only one who's gonna get hurt by it. I activate take stuff, and I'm gonna hit it with an auxiliary launcher from my missile rack.
Okay.
Against who?
Against the Hulk.
I don't think it'll hit. I tried that first round.
Straight up.
Then can I hit it with Harvest then? Because I don't like. I hate Hazel way more than I hate the Hulk.
Yeah.
All right, yay. I need to reload eventually.
Oh yeah, that's crit.
23 to hit.
Yeah.
There we go.
And then 4 crit damage.
Yep. As the rockets shoot up and then come straight back down, there is an enormous explosion from behind the Hulk as Hazel is eliminated.
Ah, fucker! And then I'll end my turn.
All right.
Also, thanks, Turk.
So Hulk is going to go, and not enjoying the fact that you just took out his witchy companion, he's going to put a shotgun blast into you.
Oh, it's fine. I don't need to live. I did my cool thing. I'm done with the session already.
Time to go.
That's a 14.
Oh yeah, that's definitely gonna hit.
That is 5 points of damage.
Tomato, tomato. It's what is numbers? Oh wait, shit. This is actually a lot harder than I thought.
You could use a reaction, James. You could brace and try and reduce that.
True, I could. I'm gonna try to do that because I didn't know I could do that, and I don't know how to do that. But I am gonna go back to this very handy cheat sheet that we have.
Yeah.
And figure it out. But I will attempt to brace.
Oh no, it might not
This is
work.
gonna hurt.
Burn and heat damage. Oh, that would
Oh
have
wait,
been
no
useful.
shit! I can't take heat damage because then I hit 6. That's gonna hurt.
Yep.
I can't.
Oh no.
Nope. I'm gonna bear the front of this, and then at some point try to pick up some armor for the spec. Because I didn't think I'd be playing this up close in personal until it appeared.
All right. So yes, as a reaction, you can brace. After damage is rolled, you gain resistance to all the damage from all damage, heat, and burn from the attack. It gives the +1 difficulty to enemy attacks made against you until the end of your next turn. But on your next turn, you cannot take reactions, move, or take any other actions other than one quick action.
Oh, then no. God, no.
So basically
I need
neuters your next turn.
Nope.
Keeps you alive.
I'm gonna eat the damage. I got 6 HP. I could survive it.
All right.
Well,
What's the worst thing that's gonna happen? I die? There's cloning pods for that stuff.
What are you gonna do? Stab me? Is that stab victim?
Spades is going to come
flesh wound.
swooping down.
Great. That's great.
Love it. Actually, do kind of love it, since it's
A little
not.
bit.
Is going to just unleash an array of missiles towards Set.
Of course. But he's not attacking the meeting, so my mission is accomplished.
These are Seeking and Smart.
Smart automatically hits.
Seeking, as long as you can draw a line to it, hits. Smart, I think, just hits.
Seeking ignores cover.
So yeah, just hits.
Yep, okay. So that is just for explosive damage.
Fun. Love that for me. Stats. But I'm doing okay. I've got lots of HPs.
And it's just going to continue its boost. And that's its turn. As it is now trying to just fly up and away. But that's them. All done. We're on to round 3.
No, I haven't taken my round 2 yet. But
Oh,
that's
right.
Very interesting.
Because you were reloading and
I'm-
taking cover.
So yeah, I'm gonna drop my my big badass cover, my Jericho cover.
Ooh.
That's a full action, which is a bit of a bastard. Oops. Yeah, I'm gonna duck back a bit, or if I can say that I can I fit them in between me and the
Absolutely.
edge of the building?
Absolutely.
Okay, great. So I want 2 of those, one there, and one. I don't even know if that's me doing that or you, Hoop.
Me.
Lovely. One there and one there, if possible, and then I'm gonna overheat, get a quick action, and stabilize to reload.
Perfect.
And that's me.
Now, top of round 3. You guys get to go in.
Hey, who?
Yes.
What's that your thing?
Yep.
This
Okay.
this fucker is probably finished reloading, so if you don't mind, can I once again take first turn to jump up and smash it in its face?
Please
Yeah, go for
smash.
it. I don't want to be
All
shot.
All right.
Smash, don't pass.
So I'm gonna jump. I'm gonna assume it takes my movement and probably my free action boost to get up there.
Sure.
And then I would like to sword.
Sword away.
I'm going to use my heavy charged blade, and I get accuracy and another accuracy, and let's roll away.
Good.
Ooh, it's 17. There's no way that misses.
And it's a 9 damage that appears to be double armor piercing.
Yep. Okay. Great.
Nice. Fuck 'em. Oh.
Massive hit. Anything else?
Can I? That was a. No, that was just a heavy, so that wasn't a full barrage, right? To use it.
Correct.
This is a
so
quick
I can
action.
do it again.
You
can
can't
do it- or I
attack
can
with
do
the
my
same
shotgun.
mission twice.
But I can use my shotgun again.
Yes, you could barrage and attack with 2 different systems.
All right, I will attack with my shotgun as well.
Do it.
So that will be a 8 to hit.
8 is not gonna hit.
No.
It's a quick little bugger.
Yeah,
So nearly a 20.
I know.
Forged dice do this to us.
Yeah. For the top of them for round 2. Karma, you have luck from Kelly.
Ooh.
You, Kelly? I'm probably gonna need it.
Spades. Ooh. Spades has an ability. What is your ability? Oh, that's
he
it.
just dies.
Nope.
Yep.
Going to continue boosting up this way. Up towards where Karma is, but is going to put a array of missiles down into tower.
No.
For a 20.
Huh.
There's 4 explosive damage. Are you tracking your damage on the CompCon app?
I have it mentally. I know what I'm supposed to be because it's not letting me change the HP in this.
Your sheet? Really?
Yeah.
If you
I
go in-
changed it to 11 before, and now if I don't know. So if I go to 7, I click 7, and it goes back to 16. It's weird.
Dude, you'll
is
never
weird.
die. Abuse the shit out of this system.
You are immortal.
I am the tower.
So you're at 7 right now?
Yeah, it says 7.
Voodoo
Perfect.
shit was so durable.
You
yeah.
can shine a turd.
Going to and boost. Just getting up and out of there.
In a second. Where was he? He was over here?
So does your turn.
I can't. It doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. I can't see.
It's your turn.
Can I?
Yes, please.
So.
Oh, don't you touch my flyboy.
I will. I will touch it in the bad touch. I'm gonna take a shot at that. So I'm gonna stay where I am. I like this. I like this little sniper's nest I've set up. I'm gonna double quick action. So I'm going to take one shot at this guy. I've reloaded, and so my anti-material rifle can do its thing.
Yep.
Yeah.
I'm gaining 1 accuracy from my boost. That's already got that in. That's good. If this is rubbish, which it's not,
Oof.
I could have used my luck.
Yep.
And
That's
then
8.
So I take one lovely leisurely shot at this guy who's flying towards me, and I've got my systems working overtime right now, and as this happens, I'm going to use my other quick action to set them processing away and kind of deducing where the weak spot is, where I hit, is that good, is that bad, and whoever is going to go next is going to get bolstered. So you're going to receive 2 accuracy on your next attack.
Wow.
And can I have that?
Hey.
You can have that.
Oh.
Oh,
I was
do
about to
you want
say
it?
I was about to, because I'm in melee range of the Hulk, and I can, probably tank a few more hits, maybe just one. Maybe
Does
hitting
that
it with my
hit?
heavy attack probably wouldn't be terrible.
Okay.
I'm about to be in melee range of the Hulk as well.
Okay. Oh wait, no. Then yeah, no. You're gonna fuck up its day way more than I am. Okay. Sorry.
It's
That's
okay.
cool. Tower ticket.
Fantastic.
That's my turn.
All right. Well, I think that's going to be probably Shade that's going to go. Who is going to just fully walk out the hole that Set created and just climb up the side of the building.
I like that.
Set, you can use an Overwatch.
You should do that.
Yeah. All melee weapons have an Overwatch range of 1.
Mike, do we have Mike? You're muted.
Are you muted, Mike?
So sorry, muted myself because the contractor was in here for a second. All right. 13?
13 hits.
All right, so that's 5 more
Damn.
energy damage.
Oof.
Again, double armor piercing.
That takes off a structure point.
Excellent.
That's a 6.
Boom!
Which is
Done.
just, I believe, impaired. 5 or 6 is impaired. Oh wait, no.
That's right. I thought it was stunned.
No, that's if you roll a 1.
Oh, right. That's the opposite side of the spectrum.
So just everything that they do is difficult, which is fine. Because...
I would like to activate my sound system to blare out, "Where you going, huh? Chicken?
Well-
The fuck?"
gonna take
Noises going out the system.
Yep.
take a nice
the only one that
anti-material
makes sense.
rifle shot down to tower.
Son of a bitch.
Gonna make this a magma round, I believe.
Oh, good. Good. Because the one thing that this city street is missing is magma.
Did I think about that ahead of time?
Yeah, a molten round.
The architects were clearly like, we were missing something. We
Yeah.
know it's magma, but like we just seriously like the city cut our budget, so we can't add it. But we all know it's something we clearly need.
That's a
The
16.
architects were just 8-year-olds on a
Well,
Minecraft
doesn't he have? Well, I mean, it doesn't matter. It's still gonna hit, but he had difficulty as well.
Yep, it is 2 accuracy and 1 difficulty.
Oh.
What a
no.
dick.
Well, that structures me.
Oof.
You are not the sniper's mark, so it's not an automatic structure point, but it is just 10 damage.
It's still structured. I had
It's just
7.
10 damage.
And an engineer.
Just 10, you guys.
Engineer
Look it
save,
up.
please.
I'm gonna lose the system.
5.
Oh, you said an engineer?
5 is you're just impaired.
Oh. So
So
you
you
say I need to do an engineering roll?
Yes, because it's a molten round.
You
Engineer.
got this.
Well, I have accuracy anyway, so that's nice. Why? Oh,
You are also shredded.
that's fine. Shredded doesn't mean anything. I don't have armor and I don't have resistances, and that's all Shredded did.
I don't know. You look like a beefy target. They assumed.
They assumed your mech was built competently.
but
They
it's-
were wrong.
It's your guys' turn.
It would have been, but Hooper didn't let me have that mech. Well, I'm. Do I go back to 16 HP or does it roll over and then
Nope.
I'm at 13?
You go back up to full.
Okay. If you can fix that for me, because apparently it doesn't like me. Alright, so I'm not entirely pleased about this shit. So I am going to protocol projected shield on that little sniping bitch.
Oh, he is going to overheat to reload.
That's awful. That's awful. So I have to take another heat. I am going to hang on. I'm just going to click the overcharge thing because I need it to count, I guess.
Sure.
Oh, there it goes. Because I did overcharge one time. I am going to Juggernaut. I am going to boost and ram the Hulk.
Okay.
Juggernaut versus the Hulk is something I've always wanted to see.
Would give me a total of 4 accuracy, reducing it down to 3.
It's going to take Overwatch.
That's fine.
I'm the Juggernaut, bitch. And we have a Hulk.
It's 13.
And
Boom.
yeah, that's gonna bring me down 5, so you can hurt me in such ways. That's cool, I guess.
You used your bolster, your accuracy.
Yep.
Good. Good.
Because that's what got me up to the 4, because I have
God.
1 from the core power, I have 1 from RAM, and then I have 2 from bolster, and then I lose 1 because impaired is stupid. And
I see.
I am going to smack it with my tactical melee weapon.
Yeah.
Do it.
That was almost a 19. All right. Well, it's been real, guys.
Well, a 7 hits.
Does it?
Yes.
What?
Wow.
Wow, holy shit.
He's real slow.
Yep. Armor's gonna negate some of that, but yeah, that's just a big hit.
Yeah. Fuck it. I'm
this.
also just gonna shotgun, which would leave me. So I'd get 1 accuracy, 2 accuracy, and then I lose all of that. So we break even. Nope.
5 is not gonna hit.
That's fine. I did what I could.
Okay.
Yeah, this is fine. This is fine. We're good. We're good here.
Well, Spades is going to keep going on that flight trajectory.
I forgot to roll for my custom paint job, but it's cool.
And it's just gonna go ahead and fill you with some missiles.
Maybe
that
he'll
all?
miss.
Which is just going to be 4 explosive damage.
For me?
Yep.
I love that. That's fine.
I need to get me one of those jet attachments. Turn me into Starscream. With a sword.
Yep. And then continue moving on.
That's a lot of movement.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
My God.
It's to move and then quick action to move. It helps that they only have 1 weapon. I would give them 2 weapons myself, but that's just me. It's all of your turn. Whoever's left, I think just Flagro.
I go.
Hi. Well, I see this little guy in range. Well, hello there. Assault rifle.
General Kenobi.
Hello there.
Oh, I should have used that against the damn anti-material rifle.
Oh no, Hoop! Oh, what a shame.
Dang it.
Is it a quick action to reload my missiles, or is it a full?
I think reloading is a stabilize, which is a full action.
Quick action.
Oh,
I'm gonna use one of my quick
Stabilize
actions.
is a full action.
What?
Well, on second thought, we're gonna assault rifle.
yeah. Ordnance is rough. That's why it does so much damage.
Trying to figure out where I can
Stabilize
rack
full.
the.
It is full. Sorry.
either cools your mech or you spend a repair to refill your HP to max, and then you can reload, end burn, or end jam impaired lock on.
I'm trying to find where I could
In that case, I shouldn't have been able to reload when
You're
I
fine.
dropped my cover.
You're fine.
Sorry.
It's all good. What are you trying to find?
All right. There, a charge counter. Because I was gonna activate armament again, and then I realized I don't know where charges are technically. So
Apparently, Juju gave.
I don't want to like spend every turn expending a resource only to find out, hey, your mech should have been exploded like 4 charges ago.
What are you trying to use?
Okay, it says you may expend. Okay, my talent is once per turn when you attack with the main ranged weapon, which is going to be the assault rifle, you may expend 1 charge to apply one of the following effects to your attack.
Yep.
But it says 1 charge, and
So
I don't know where the charge counter.
If you go to your mech loadouts on your, open up your mech character sheet.
I'm looking at it. Yes.
Go to the mech loadout, scroll all the way to the bottom.
Okay.
You'll see
Oh, is
ammo
this the
case,
system point
and
thing?
then there's 6 uses next to it.
Great. We're gonna expend another use,
Perfect.
and I'm gonna make it do Thumper again, which will change the damage to explosive and will gain knockback 1 to the
Perfect.
attack. And then, just as a reminder, I do have an accuracy on this shot.
Sure, go for it.
So that's gonna be
yes.
a 20 to hit with 4 points of damage.
Well, Spades is going to spend the ability that I should have used for the damn anti-material rifle and do a barrel roll. Which means,
Double tap Z.
which is going to... And the attack misses.
Oop, I'm so mad at you right now. My face cannot... I'm so proud and yet utterly pissed off.
And because they have chafe launchers, they're in soft cover until the end of their next turn.
I have a quick question.
Yeah.
Has anyone used their luck point?
I don't think so.
Yep.
No.
All right, so I have one. Flygirl has one. Set has one. Karma has one, and then there's a floating one.
Yep.
Just so everyone's aware.
So everyone knows. Well, last but not least is the Hulk.
Wait, hold on. I still have one more quick action. I just shot the thing. I didn't.
All right,
do
yeah,
anything
go
else
for it.
yet. Great. I'm gonna use. I'm gonna punch the Hulk.
Do it.
Yes.
Can I free action taunt it with my sound system?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Roll.
Oh.
I rolled the nat 1.
Sure did.
Luck point.
That's well.
Luck point.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna use the luck.
Do it.
Thank God for.
If there was ever a
this.
time.
Yep. If this is 2 nat 1s, I'm just gonna lose it. All right, 10 to hit.
10
which
hits.
I doubt it's gonna do. All right, then 9 before all the armor
That-
crap kicks in.
That was for Flygirl.
That is going to take it down to its last structure point,
Heck yeah.
Good to know.
which it needs to roll.
6.
That
six,
one. That one.
six,
That one.
six.
Damn.
A 4.
No, we don't want it to have a 6.
I thought we wanted to have
Image.
I thought
4.
low numbers were better on
You
this
choose an expended system or mount to be destroyed.
That's a good one.
Destroy the other thing.
So
one.
actually need to
I
roll
think it's
again.
face.
I pick its pilot to be destroyed.
So it
Yeah.
gets to choose. It is going to lose its quick tech ability.
Oh, thank God.
As its tech
And
mount
as a
is destroyed.
As a free action, I am going to. I have a specific thing with the front of my Firefly where I will unhook one of the windows and just stick a middle finger out to the Hulk and then put it back in.
Perfect. Well, it's going to shoot you with a shotgun.
Oh yeah, do it, guys. I have 6 HP left. I could totally survive it. There's structure damage for a reason.
That's
yeah,
a
that will hit.
17.
You'll be fine.
That is
Yeah,
5
that's
kinetic
nothing.
damage.
It didn't want to hit me after all that? All right.
Well, you didn't
I
destroy
have
one of its
1
systems.
HP.
That's true.
But that's the end of the round. Top of the round is
All right.
you guys.
Can I go and get rid of
Yes,
all
please.
this impaired and shredded and
Please.
Do it.
Please.
fantastic?
Eat some potato
yours.
chips and don't be shredded anymore.
Take a protein bar.
Ah, fantastic. Yeah, so at the end of my turn, all that got cleared, which was nice. How much health? I have plenty of health. Let's do this. I barrage. I go in with the tactical melee weapon, which is just a large sword, and then I'm going to shoot him with a shotgun.
Do it. Stab and pop.
So
The old stab and pop.
The old stab and pop.
stab and pops.
Stab and pop. Stab and pop. Stab.
So do melee weapons count as CQB?
I think they have
It
to.
should say.
Have to say CQB in
Yeah.
the name? Alright, that's fair. So I'll just get 1 accuracy there.
That's
And
crit.
Holy
Yeah.
shit.
There we go.
Yeah.
This could be it.
That's
And then
Oh.
a lot of damage.
so I would get 2 accuracy with the shotgun, but because it's ranged and I am in combat or engaged, that'll be 1 accuracy.
That'll do it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Not
And
hard
then,
to hit.
3 damage does nothing.
Yeah. Scrapes off a little bit of armor.
Yep.
Well,
And then I am gonna go balls to the walls and just overcharge.
Oh,
Yeah.
Lord.
Do it.
And only take 1 heat.
Yes.
Yes.
I'm in danger.
you get another quick action.
Yeah. Can you fix my heat, because now it's not letting me do it.
You should have 2 heat.
3. Oh,
Yeah,
now
system.
it worked.
Yep.
All right. Yeah, I'm gonna go back with the sword, which was doing really good for me.
Do it.
Yeah, it's only 1 accuracy, right? Yeah.
Yep, should be. That hits
16 for 8.
for a lot more damage. And this thing is getting tore to pieces.
As it
Heck yeah.
deserves to be.
All right.
Fight me, bitch.
Well, Shade is absolutely gonna go. Because
Hit this guy.
can't get a shot on Karma that's not through cover.
That's such a shame.
Unfortunately.
Such a shame.
Oh boy.
Dang.
Yeah.
Shame.
Yep, it's going for me.
Tower is the best shot.
It's fine. It still has 2 difficulty because it has the shield in between us.
Yeah.
I don't know that I can add that anywhere. Oh, I can just add a difficulty. Yeah.
Yeah. So when you go to roll, you just add how much you get and
Ooh.
it maths it out.
Actually, no. It is going to backtrack down the wall a bit and just almost point blank into Set, who was already marked as the sniper's mark.
But I thought it had to go up the wall.
It did, and it's using its move to climb back down. Because it's a climber. It can remain stationed on any surface without penalty, including overhanging or vertical.
Well, just like that.
Roll.
What mech is that? I
Please
like
roll.
that.
It's just mag clamps.
That's a climber
Like that.
ability.
Just giving me ideas, Hoop.
That's a crit.
Fuck.
So that's, instead of
And damage.
damage, because you're the sniper's mark, you just take a structure point.
Structure.
All right, here it goes again. It's all right, guys. I got 2 more of those.
Nearly over. It's fine.
So roll a d6, please.
I will.
This is when he brings out 3 more mechs.
A 4. So one of your systems is going to be destroyed.
System.
Roll another d6. On a 4+, you choose. On a 1, 2, or 3, I choose. I choose. Well, which mount has that damn... The heavy charge blade. Your heavy weapon mount is destroyed.
God damn it.
No. All right.
But that's its turn. Back to you
Where
guys.
is- Oh, there he is. He's behind this.
Yep, I have them giving off a red ominous glow, so you can see them.
Oh, weird. I don't see the red ominous glow.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Mm.
Oh yeah, I don't see any ominous.
It should be. It's fine. You guys go ahead. I'll figure
Doesn't
it out.
matter.
Oh yeah,
Alright.
like it wasn't terrifying already. You know.
Can I get revenge, folks?
Yeah, please.
All right.
Yeah. Oh,
I'm gonna-
all yours.
I'm gonna wait. Is he above me or below me?
No, he is like right out the window. He just slid back down, pointed the rifle at you, and point
Okay.
blank.
Okay. Well, then, since he's standing right there, I will return the favor. I'm gonna. So if I full barrage, I can use my shoddy, and I can use 2 mounts, right? I can
Yep.
use main weapon and flex weapon. Okay.
Mhm.
So we're gonna start with shotgun. Doesn't hit. That's
Mm-mm.
okay. And then we do thermal pistol number 1. For 11.
11 hits.
And thermal pistol number 2 for 20 for another 2 damage. So he takes 4 energy damage total.
Oof.
Is that not auxiliary mount?
Yeah, it was an ox mount, so I can
Nice.
fire 2 pistols.
I'm sorry. That was a. You know what? I forgot. So we'll call it a molten round, and you would have been shredded, but you don't have any armor anyways.
Oh yeah, so that's fine.
Yep, you're good.
I'm already shredded, bro. Look at this.
All right. Is that you?
I believe that is me. Yeah.
Oh.
Nah, I'll stay next to him so that he is focusing on me.
All right. Well, we'll jump over to the hull. What? No. We're gonna go with spades. Who's gonna continue that
Oh my
advance,
god. I just saw its whole mapping path.
and it's gonna put another missile array over into Karma.
This is bad for me.
Really?
4.
I really wish I had already killed my guy so I could go help you with your guy.
I mean,
I have to brace, I think.
Oh.
you can leave. It's fine.
I could leave?
No,
Just
not
quit the
you,
stream?
Fly Girl. I'm saying Fly Girl can
Alright, see you later, guys. It's been fun.
peace out.
Bye.
I think I'm gonna have to brace. 'cause
Okay.
otherwise that's gonna...
So you'll cut it in half down to 2.
That I can take. I have 1 HP, guys.
I believe in you.
Stabilize. Get that HP back.
It's going to just
I can only do a quick action next turn because I
quick
braced.
action to keep
Oh
moving.
shit, that's right.
But it's back to you guys.
Yeah, James, if you want to go help Karma.
Oh, right. So you've
Ready
got
to go.
the ability
Oh,
back.
I'm gonna.
Did get the ability back.
I am.
It's really far away, so I can't really help Karma. Like, I'd have to move like a fuck ton. The only thing I could really do is just keep pounding on Hulk.
You have how much movement though?
4 squares.
Yeah,
4 speed.
4, and then did you use your?
I can get up to 8, but it's the partial cover.
How do you only have 4 speed?
I don't know. It says speed 4.
Huh.
Yep. If you have more agility, it increases your speed.
Oh, I thought it was
Yeah.
just a mech frame. Everybody had the same.
Nope.
We just
All
it was
agility
mechs.
systems and engineering all.
I've
start
got it
to
at.
affect things.
I didn't go for agility. I went for boom boom missile power,
Okay.
and this thing is out of some of that range. I can move as a free, and then
You can move. You can boot, like free action boost.
Yeah, I can
and then you
boost,
can boost
yeah.
again. And you can get right there.
but then I can't do anything because then I'm out of action.
You have to go around
get-
the Hulk, unless you have that
Yeah.
ability that Karma has.
Because you still have a free action then. Because move, free action boost, quick action boost, and then quick action pew pew.
All right, so boost.
Overwatch.
1, 2, 3. Fuck. Yeah, hit me with it.
A 15.
That's gonna
A
hit.
5 kinetic damage.
And there goes the structure.
Oh.
Oh boy.
Is that your
I was
first
at
one?
1. Yeah, that's my first one. I
D6, please.
thought.
Paint job?
D6, please. Okay, roll. 5.
5. I think that just means that you are impaired. 5 or 6, you're impaired, yep.
Yay!
It's just difficulty. It's
Who needs stuff like seeing?
Yeah.
All
God,
right.
love this game so much.
I can quick action there.
Yep.
I know I'm impaired, but I have technically the action economy to shoot this guy.
You should have 1 quick action left.
Yes.
so impaired doesn't give you the blinded condition. That was just something special from the shot that I got hit with.
Yeah.
Oh, thank
it.
God. Kaboom.
What's the range of your weapon? 10?
10.
Yeah. Well within range.
And because I have accurate, it's gonna cancel out. It's gonna be a straight roll.
Oh.
9?
9 is not gonna do it. It's a fast little
Take
bugger.
2 from reliable.
Wait, hold on. Because I have 2 from reliable, would that?
The attack would have to
Wait.
hit for reliable 2 to matter.
Yeah. I'm so confused, but I'm gonna go with what Hoop said, and then.
Yeah, reliable just makes it
Just
so if
if
you
I
roll
miss.
under that damage, that's the minimum damage you could roll.
Gotcha.
So I just have to share this with you all. Apparently, Twitch wants me to use my points for a villain point because as soon as I hit,
no, I tried.
as soon
telling
as I
you
hit
that-
3K, it popped up like villain point. No, stop.
Sure, I'll take it.
Yeah, guys, let's give Hulk, more of a reason to kick your ass.
Hulk
guys,
hasn't been
nice
the problem.
to
He's
me.
been more of the distraction than
Um,
anything else.
I think Flygirl has already used her luck.
I did.
Yep.
Yes.
Yeah. Alright, is that
Wait,
your
is
turn?
there still one floating?
You do have 1
I
floating.
mean, I'm not gonna use it, but I was double checking.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's one floating. Karma has one. Set has one. I still have one.
Well, Hulk is going to move up.
Overwatch.
Go for it.
Oh wait.
Nice.
Yeah, you know what? Fuck it. Why not?
Yeah. That reaction, you don't need it for anything else.
How does Hulk look? Does it look pretty
Just-
beat up?
Really beat up.
You could do it.
Let's do this.
Not with a natural 1.
No.
That's fine
Oh,
because
no.
I'm gonna use my
Nope,
luck.
that's a 7. That hits.
Oh.
You can hit on a natural 1.
Yep.
Well, there's 6 damage.
Okay. Some of
Get
that's
fucked, bro.
mitigated. Is going to light.
Leave me alone.
Karma, you have cover from this.
I have hard cover.
You have hard cover,
Mm-hmm.
which is 2 difficulty, I believe. It should automatically apply it.
Okay.
Hard cover, yep, -2.
There you go.
Oh, with a natural 1.
That's what
-2
we
to hit. It hits
needed.
itself.
Nice.
Yeah.
For 5.
Oh, beautiful.
The bullets bounce off the wall, hit it in the face, and it dies.
Yep, that's their turn. I think you guys are last with Karma, I believe.
I'm probably. Oh, I can't move. I'm recovering from brace, so
You
all I
have
can do
one
is
quick action.
So.
Please let me take down Hulk.
But I really want to. It's so tempting. I actually
I mean,
don't.
if you're gonna take the shot, then go for it.
I think it's all I can do. I think you guys have more mobility than me to get these guys right now, and I really like my cover. And I have 1 HP, so
So
my
close.
big boy weapon is not loaded, and I can't reload it. So this is just a little dinky thermal rifle hit. He's within range.
Just a thermal rifle.
Just a little thermal rifle.
Dinky thermal rifle.
It's a little thermal rifle. I have 1 accuracy because I used my core power, and I have a look if I need it. I don't need it.
Absolutely hits.
Hey.
That's all right.
Yeah.
Still only 1 damage, but hey.
No, it's armor piercing.
That only. Oh, so 2 damage.
Why 2?
Because he has the thing that negates.
But if you're within range 3, then
Yeah,
it
you're
doesn't.
within 3, so you ignore
sorry, I
it.
missed that. Got you.
Yeah.
That's oh boy. He is
It's spicy.
sparking. There's fires all over the mech.
Love
Maybe he'll surrender.
Please, can I murder this guy?
it. We didn't even ask why he's here, to be fair.
No,
Yeah,
this
he
could
just
just be
fucking
pizza
appeared.
delivery.
He did explode out of a wall and start. Actually, no, we shot him first, didn't we?
We've all exploded out of walls at one time or another, Mattis. This is not the assumptions
Well-
we're making.
It's the top of round 4.
Yeah. Wait, hold on. It could have just been giving us Kool-Aid, and we didn't
Could've
know
been.
it.
Oh yeah.
It's fine.
It's the
Can
top
I
of
have
round
it?
4.
Can I kill it, please?
Please kill it.
Do it.
Yes. All right.
You murder. Clap, 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 clap.
We're going to full on barrage, and that will be my sword, which hits.
Yep, it would be hard to miss.
Does that much?
Okay. A lot of that's
then we're gonna-
negated.
Okay.
It's negated, but if it has 3 armor, then it's negated to 1.
Yep.
But if that's 4, then that's sad news bears.
Yep.
And then we're gonna use shotgun.
Absolutely hits.
That does absolutely nothing. I'm going to boost over here with my free action. He's going to
Gonna take the Overwatch.
he's going to hurt me.
It's a 16. Yep.
Oh.
5 damage.
Yeah, if you can apply that,
Yep.
would be thanks. And then how much heat do I have?
3.
Several.
3.
If the witch was still alive, you would have much more.
Yeah.
We focus fired the right one.
You
Yeah,
did.
for sure.
The witch would have been brutal.
Yeah.
It was really, really cruel to send a witch up against me. I'm there in chat during the week, and he's like, "Oh, yeah, I've been thinking about mechs and licenses." I was like, "Oh my god, I really want a Black Witch. Black Witch is the coolest." I'm taking notes. I'm taking notes. Oh, somebody's gonna give me a Black Witch one day. Nope.
No, it's here to kill
I'm
you.
actually gonna keep him. I'm move him over here because something bad might happen.
Sure.
Because I'm gonna overcharge. Oh, that's rough. Puts me at 8 heat,
Oof.
so that's another stress.
So yeah. Well, another D6.
I rolled.
Because you hit the max heat, so now you roll a D6.
I know. I rolled 2 because it told me to, and then it just sat there and did nothing.
Weird.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, because you roll 1 for every point you're missing.
Yep. So I got a 5 and a 6, so I would take the 5.
Which they're the same thing.
Fantastic.
Overheating, so you are impaired.
Impaired. That's fine.
Yep.
Because then I'm going to shoot it with the thermal lance, which will just be there. An even roll.
That hits. Did you have accuracy for something?
Yeah, core power.
Yep, that hits.
It does 5.
Gotcha.
And because I'm still within range 3, it doesn't mitigate
Nope, sure
too
doesn't.
much of that, other than armor. It's still alive, isn't it?
Yep.
God, that makes me so fucking sad. Alright. I've done everything I can other than
Oh boy.
self-destruct and overheat, so...
Well, the Hulk is gonna go.
There you go, guys.
And is gonna jump up to there.
Alright, I Overwatch.
It did not start within your range, I don't believe.
I have a range 3 with the shotgun. Threat range 3.
You do, yeah. Go for it.
Shoot him! Rah, rah, ree. Shoot him in the knee.
As an 8 for 4.
Do you have 2 accuracy on the shotgun?
Yeah, so because I have the talent handshake protocol,
Gotcha.
gain 1 accuracy when using CQB weapons within range 3, and then I used my CP, my core power. That would have given me 2, and then negates it down to 1 because of impaired.
Okay. Well, as the mech takes its final step forward, there is just an absolutely tremendous explosion in the core of this mech. And the entirety of it starts to glow this very bright, bright red.
Oh no.
There are warning sirens blaring. But it is all of your turn.
Fly girl, leave me.
Okay.
Run. Run, fly girl, run.
All right. Challenge accepted. Can I go then?
Yeah.
Yeah, go for it.
Great. I'm gonna boost.
Okay.
Boop. And then I have one more quick. Okay. And I'm gonna hit it. With my
It
fist.
is very high in the air.
I'm gonna shoot it.
Okay.
Move myself backward. I was told to run, and I'm not a complete idiot. I am just slightly stupid.
Yeah, shoot it.
So. Wait, hold on. Am I still incapacitated because it's the start of my turn?
When were you incapacitated?
Last turn. When I moved because of the Overwatch.
Oh, you are incapacitated till the end of this turn.
Okay. Love you, Hope.
That would
alright.
hit. But
What?
Barrel
Don't-
roll.
barrel
You
roll.
Fucking barrel. Fuck!
Hey,
Why?
I have a
That was
question,
in character,
Hooper.
by the way.
Does Reliable 2 still go off?
It makes the attack miss.
Then it
Yeah,
still gets hit for the 2 damage.
The attack misses. It would still have to hit.
No, Reliable 2, I don't think it does.
All right, to the cheat sheet.
Sure.
I will look it up because I am still an idiot and who doesn't know what we're doing.
This would be very good to know.
Reliable. Shit, it's not here. Reliable Lancer.
I'm muted and I'm still. Yeah, it always does the damage.
Even on a miss?
Even if it misses its target or rolls less damage than the value of X.
Because
Wow.
it's essentially like you fill the whole area with bullet fire so they still get nicked, I think is the lore explanation.
This weapon has some degree of
should have been doing
self-correction
that
or
for a
is simply
while.
powerful
That
enough
makes
to cause
sense.
damage even with a glancing blow. It's page
So they're
105.
reliable too. Okay. Yeah. You
That's
still
useful
nick
as
it.
hell.
Guys,
E.
you guys are
James,
too nice to
I'm
me.
not always mean.
That's true. I'm more happy when we're on the same team than you try to kill me. Shit, because it moved. I can't shoot it again because I'm out of. Oh wait, hold on.
No, you use boost as a free action, right?
Yeah, wait, no, but I can't shoot it with the same weapon twice. That's the issue.
And your auxiliary mount isn't loaded.
Yep. But I have another frag grenade. I gotta just double check how far I can throw it. Range of 5. I swear to God, if this thing isn't within 5, I'm gonna lose.
It is
It's insane.
flying up in the air. Oh, you're talking about that one. Oh, that one's like 20 stories up.
And they're both slightly out of range. Oh wait, no, I can because it's too much cover.
Oh, the Hulk is dying, and
The Hulk
his
is going
story's not
supernova.
moving.
Yeah, we probably need to get away from that.
Yeah.
I would, but
Oh
I
wait, hold.
fucked up.
Wait,
Fine.
what is this one looking like? This one right here.
They're all very badly hurt.
Yeah, but can I hit it with my grenade? Is the question I'm going for here.
Does the
I have
grenade,
a range of 5.
does it make you choose a point on the
And
ground?
last one.
No,
I don't think so. It just says range. It doesn't say they got an area.
anywhere
It
within
just
a
says-
range of 5, you can lob it. And
Yeah,
then it
absolutely.
bursts out from
Go
there.
for it.
That way you can actually get people from behind.
Make an
cover.
agility. save.
Agility.
DC 10.
That's a 9.
Wow.
Aha, did eat this D6.
Doesn't matter what you roll. That's enough. The grenade lobs into the air, explodes, and the shrapnel is enough to just tear it to pieces, and it will just come crashing down.
Get it, James.
I don't
One
know
health.
what I'm doing, but fuck it.
My girl's just here to press buttons.
I think that's
That's
Shade's. That's Shade's turn. Oh
Alright.
boy, it just out of pure spite wants to just take Set to hell with it.
I mean, it could try.
Also, Fly Girl is no longer impaired.
Oh yeah, it's true. Thank you.
But no, it is going to climb, boost, and overall get out of the scene, which of course you can choose to chase. Oh no, Karma still gets to go. I don't think you've gone yet.
Knight that bitch.
3 goes. I've had 3 goes.
I don't think. No, I've got 3 goes if we're still on turn 3.
Am I still connected?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
I don't.
Everything just told me that it had reconnected to the internet, and I didn't realize that I wasn't connected to the internet.
Weird.
So yeah, I think if they're leaving, we should probably also leave. Can I get on?
Oh, what?
Oh yeah, it is.
Now,
Yep, there.
now she went away.
Yeah.
She's back.
Back again.
Oh no!
Hello, friend.
Everyone else's internet is eating it for my internet being good today.
No.
Hey, if it makes you
Technically-
feel better, my internet hasn't crapped out yet.
I need it.
Well, Set, if you want to go.
I've lost internet connection. Can you check that thing again, please?
Did we lose Mike too?
No, I'm here.
Well,
Oh, sorry.
yeah, if you want to go while she's figuring all
Yeah, yeah.
that out.
So the big guy's going to explode. Did Starscream disappear?
Starscream got shot down.
Okay, great. Then yeah, I think I would like to pursue the only one we haven't killed,
Perfect.
so that I can hopefully
yeah,
get
I
it.
think it's back. Yeah.
Then I will just
So yeah,
take you out of initiative.
Thank you.
cool. I will chase after.
So last but not least, Karma.
Should be back now. Sorry about that.
Good.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna try and get out. So I'm gonna use as much movement as I can to Scarpa. But as I go, I want to try and get on comms and hail Kismet and see how their end of the fight is going, if they're okay.
Okay.
So yeah, I'm out.
You get a very brief response of there were agents inside, but it was easy. Cleaned them up. No problem.
Sure. Okay. Good. Well done.
Right.
We're all very proud of you.
So,
Did we contact the AI to see how their fight was going? And whether Jace turned on them?
but Jace would never turn on you.
Before we do that, can I get out before it supernovas?
The only cleanup left is the Hulk going supernova, which, because of its size, its exact radius is unsure. So, I'll leave it between Flagirl and Tower as to who wants to go.
I think you need to get farther away from it than I do. I have cover.
Cover won't matter.
He said that with too much glee in his voice.
You'll just hear over the
Time
comms.
tonight.
Vlogger, you just
Just
get out of here.
Okay.
You better survive, dickhead. And then boost. Hiya.
And you're out. Okay. At
Wait, do it.
the end of Hulk's turn,
Go ahead.
it is going to self-destruct.
But,
Which, the only one that it could possibly hit is Tower. That is 9 points of hull damage. That's not enough.
Man, if I had 3 more, it would have just hit 0.
Oh, that is enough. I thought you had 10.
I had I had got down to 6 because you hit me with 5.
So that's going to bring you down to structure 2. As
Yep.
you are engulfed in the flames. And of course, you're going to roll 2 6s.
Yeah. Actually, can I use one of them to just do the paint job?
No, you'd have to roll for that separately. Because you roll 1 for each thing that you're missing.
That's fine. No paint job.
Still, your mech severely damaged, engulfed in flame, probably still burning for a few moments afterwards, but you walk away from it.
He'll
up in
eventually
there?
limp his way back out of the conflagration. Just that could have gone better, but you know.
As the comm is hailed out towards Kismet's mech, we'll go ahead and throw a super late break there, and we'll be back in a few minutes.
Alright.
That
Yay,
was
nap
amazing
time.
Yay.
combat.
So stay
Good
tuned.
Good job,
So much
guys.
fun.
tough job.
And welcome back.
We're back.
With the immediate threat dealt with, and the huge form of the Hulk now just a flaming pile of rubble, along with probably, the 2 nearest buildings.
Tower.
We will jump over to Mattis, who is in hot pursuit of a certain sniper.
Fuck 'em up.
So, we'll jump back kind of into initiative between the 2 of you,
Alrighty.
as it has sprinted off down the street, leaping from building to building, from wall to wall, like Spider-Man just making its way down.
I can't do that, so I'm just sprinting down the street, like kicking cars out of the way.
Okay. So basically your turn is to move as much as you can. You want to take at least
Try and
one
get
quick
closer.
action to take a shot?
Yeah, I'm not trying to take it out, so I'm just gonna thermal pistol it.
Okay.
because I actually want to be able to capture and question this person.
Go for it.
Let's see. It is a different scene, so my power up no longer counts, right?
Correct.
Okay.
That still hits.
Ooh.
Two power damages, and then even with skirmish, since it's a auxiliary mount, I get to fire both pistols, right?
I believe you get to fire the whole mount, unless I am mistaken.
No, you get to
That is
fire
a
both, but if there's bonus damage on the second one, I think it doesn't.
Bonus damage doesn't apply. Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay, well, there's no bonus damage involved here, but if a 12 hits, he takes another 2 energy
A
damage.
12 does hit. Both of the thermal pistols just erupt from your hands, striking the leg and the arm as it lands against the wall, taking them out, causing it to just plummet to the ground, causing it to roll, and eventually come to a sliding halt, hefting up the anti-material rifle towards you. You can hear...
Oh, go ahead.
You can hear your team racing to your defense. You know you have backup coming. This is probably the only shot that it's going to get against you.
Okay.
I imagine that you would like to brace against this.
Yeah, because it's technically not the start of my turn, so I can't use project shield right now.
Oh, brace won't actually do anything.
Oh, well then I guess I won't brace.
Because you are the sniper's target, so instead of damage, it just does 1 point of structure. If it hits.
Which it likely will.
If it hits. Let's pop Shade into this map, which, in case you're wondering what Shade looks like, there you go. There's Hazel. There's Spade. And there's Hulk.
Shade has too many arms. It's gonna need to have fewer arms.
But
that looks like Robotech over there.
It does look like something out of Robotech.
That's an 11.
Oh my god. That hits. I saw the 3 and I got excited. Alright, so I take another structure.
That is 1 point of structure. So if you would...
1 point of structure, I will roll that d6.
Roll 3d6.
Oh, 3? Oh boy.
1 for each point you're missing.
There's the 1.
And then another... Oh, no, wait.
Did I just explode?
You gotta... What, you have how many structure left?
You have 1 or 2 left.
I have one structure left.
Yep. As it comes to a grinding halt, 1 leg and 1 arm missing, just hefting the rifle up to you, it lets loose the final round inside and just tears through the abdomen of Set, causing the mech to fully just collapse under its own weight.
Okay. I will grieve later. Right now I will pop out of my mech and activate my agility suit to fly after this guy.
Oh, he's not going anywhere.
Oh,
it
great.
came to a grinding halt, missing half of the limbs. It's not even able to recharge or to reload before the rest of the team gets there.
Okay.
You would all arrive.
Mobility hard suit over and sword my way into his cockpit.
Whoa, bold.
not like not to kill him, just break my way in so I can put him at sword point and gun point.
The rest of you riding your mechs, maybe save for Tower, who was just caught in a fiery explosion and might need a moment to recover. You would come sprinting up to the scene to see Set's mech fully just in pieces, torn apart by an anti-material round, as well as Shade's mech, not too far away, in almost equal shape, with, You know, I keep getting your mech's name and your call sign mixed up. The mech is Edge of Forever, your call sign is Set. As Set is currently on top of the other mech, trying to just pry his way into the cockpit. And if Karma or Flygirl would like to do anything, you're welcome to.
I think Fly Girl's gonna be more confused as to what the fuck is happening right now, because all she sees is them start like take off running, and just is like, what the shit is going on? And then we'll immediately just be like, I guess we're running, and it just puts Firefly into run mode, and it's just gonna start to use all my actions to just straight run until I catch up.
Karma, same thing.
Yeah, same. I guess by the time we get there, it looks like he's got it pretty handled.
Pretty much.
I'll just stand and dole out. Nice, pretty nice. Well done.
Yeah, Set, if you want to make a skill check to pry your way into this cockpit.
Yeah, I can do that. Actually, if I can, let me see. I would actually like to, let's see. I think I'm going to, try and use Charm here to get him to open the cockpit. So, kind of like, all right, friend, it's over. You can stop struggling, open the cockpit, we can end this peacefully, kind of thing.
Go for it.
That's a 16.
That's a success.
Hey! So open up. Come on. All your buddies are explosions.
There is a hiss of decompression, and then the sound of metal unhooking, and that cockpit, like, window just slides up and open. Inside, there is a body, there is a pilot.
Yeah. Knew it.
Son of a
But
bitch.
they are fully just slumped over in the seat. You can see singe marks from like the collarbone up around the neck and like across the entirety of the helmet.
Son of a bitch. We got another one, folks. Come on over. I don't think it's gonna move again.
Shit. Alright, that's not good. Well, no, it's not good. Not good by any definition.
Either of you, I know Kismet's our tech person, but do either of you have any way of trying to? I mean, this thing probably just recently killed. Well, no, it could have killed the pilot days ago. We know that. Never mind.
Can we
Gonna see if
tell?
we could trace it or
by looking?
analyze it.
Yeah, if you want to like start like pulling the armor and the helmet off the mech.
I think that's worth figuring out. I have Spot as a trigger.
Yeah, absolutely. Go for it.
Boom. See what we can do. No,
You have
I've
luck?
got no idea.
Wait.
I
think
do.
you have luck.
I do. I didn't use it in combat, so I use it now.
Correct. I'll mark that.
Ah!
as complete.
It was nearly an 18,
There's
but it's a 6.
so much of the armor just melted onto the body. It would take more than just looking over it in these few moments to get a good medical readout of what happened.
Damn it. There's no... There'll be no checking of the body of the guy in the big mech, I guess.
No.
Nope,
What about
there's
what about,
not much left.
what about the
what about-
flying one?
Can we head back and have a look?
Actually, before we go, I'm gonna look through this mech for like serial numbers and things of that nature that we can use to maybe at least track who the pilot was and who the mech belonged to before they got taken over.
Okay. Yeah, absolutely.
Should I roll for that?
No.
Okay.
No, there's no way you could possibly fail that. That's just simple taking notes.
Okay. Cool.
But backtracking your way, or sorry, was there anything else you wanted to do with this with Shade? this mech.
I think without Kismet to have a proper look, there's not a lot we can do.
Agreed.
Tower will just mark its position on his map. Send that off to the people he's working with. Oh, later. He's not allowed to hook up to the local net. I don't want to go boom.
Checking over the other one, you see an identical scene. But if you want to roll your check again for this one, you're welcome to.
I'll give it a go. Nope, this is destined not to happen. That's a 5.
Unless chat wants to give you yet another point of luck.
Save me, chat.
On chat.
I got you. Unless somebody else does it, but then I'm gonna do it. Yeah.
There it
Oh
is.
yeah.
Oh, nope,
Come on,
beat me
come
to
on.
it.
Come on.
Save your points.
Hey!
Oh, it's still not great. 12.
Good enough.
You pretty much just have to hit a 10 normally, so.
Normally, but there are circumstances.
Never know.
The damage is extensive, but you're able to get enough of the armor just pried off of the body, get it enough bare bones down to the, Oh no, it timed you out.
It's fine.
Oh.
I was just
Cooper,
trying
we
to
need to
send
talk
some
about
love
your bot.
hearts into the chat, and this bot is not having it. Fine.
I need to remove that.
It's fine.
It looks from the extent of the damage and because the suit itself is stopping a lot of the decomposition, but at minimum, it's been a few days.
Alright. Curiouser and curiouser.
Anybody else getting real sick of fighting zombies?
Yeah.
No.
I've seen a lot of things in my time, but this is uniquely twisted.
We should
Yeah.
check. Oh, we should check whether any of the agents inside the meeting survived. They might
yeah.
not be zombies.
We need to see
Or
if
they might
anybody
be.
inside.
If they were zombies, oh my god, they could control people outside of their mechs too, and that would be terrible.
I don't think
So
that's
they're
how that works.
mind-controlled zombies?
But we should go check out the meeting anyway, because it's in everyone's best interest that it went off without too many hitches.
Indeed.
Agreed.
At this point, you would be rejoined by Anima Ex Machina, the mech belonging to Kismet. As you would all be hailed with a waving smiley face from Jeeves. He sends the smiley emoji.
Jeeves.
Because it's now in-universe canon that we have emoji chat.
Yes.
Yeah, of course.
I'm down with that.
I send back several get hype emojis.
I send back chaos.
Do we know if will Jeeves respond to requests from us if we ask Jeeves to kind of take a look at what I'm thinking of is the comm log of those mechs? If there's been anything that pings that kind of flags up as anything off station, anywhere that they have been that might track with what we already knew about EXO.
Absolutely.
Thank you, Jeeves. Thank you very much.
As much as it will, of course, do that, it does need to run by Kismet whether or not it can divulge that information.
Okay. No, that's fine, as long as somebody's got it.
Interesting.
Just want it compiled.
Yeah. Speaking of, there would be a small transport shuttle that runs from the center of the conference room building, where you do see that there are holes along the sides of the building where missiles did impact. Thankfully not enough to bring the building down, but it certainly took some damage. On the shuttle, your good friend Kismet would rejoin you. so as that you can start next session together.
What's happened in there then?
It's been a long time. I don't think Turk used any accent or voice for Kismet.
No, he didn't.
It was just his voice.
Yeah.
I'm gonna try and do that.
No. Well, the meeting was going just fine. And then we started to hear some explosions. They tabled most of the negotiations for later, but from what I saw, it looked like it was good. They did send some, just some cannon fodder in there to try to rile them up, maybe get a lucky shot, but yeah, we weren't having it.
Any of
Who
the
were they? Go ahead.
any of the cannon fodder survive? So we can ask them questions?
If they did, they're still up there being questioned. I didn't really want to stick around, kind of missing my mech. Not you guys, but I was missing the mech.
Totally, understand.
Totally.
Alright, I didn't miss you either.
Oh, this is Tower? You met Tower.
I was gone for an hour and you've already replaced me.
Yeah. That's how it happens, man.
Howard gives him the thumbs up.
Snooze, you lose.
Hey, don't be too afraid, all right? It's still a walking piece of shit.
If this was an audition, I don't think he passed. He blew up a little bit, but only a little.
Yeah,
I didn't see anyone else survive a giant mech exploding.
No, because they all got out of the way.
Yeah,
literally
we all
survived.
Everybody else left.
To be fair, Firefly would have survived the explosion, but just barely. You would have had one
yeah,
whole point
but
left.
I was smart and ran. Yeah.
Usually when
You were
see,
smart, and
when
I gave
all
you the turn.
I gave you the option of, hey, you should run, and you're like, no, it's fine.
Save yourself.
It
Save
was
yourself.
fine.
I'm not an idiot.
Kismet is going to rejoin with Anima Ex Machina, go through the comm logs. Looks like both of them were off station pretty recently. Picked up some upgrades, some new weapons. Oh. Got some new mechs, period.
Yep, same pattern.
Same pattern.
Is Jace with us at this point as well? Did he come down with Kismet?
He is nearby enough that he would be conversable, but not so close as to be trying to overhear your conversation.
We'll
Out of
keep this
curiosity.
from him for now, I think.
Yeah.
Do I know him?
Oh yeah, you've of course worked with
Ooh.
Jace before.
Does it strike me as odd that he might be involved from what I've heard?
Well, you you would know that a lot of the more seasoned mercs and veterans here on the station, they have kind of all been getting jobs bit by bit to leave and then end up coming back with massive paydays, with new mechs, with new connections, all basically claiming that, they busted their asses and they hit that payday.
I'll share that with my current team.
Of course, you yourself have not had this opportunity.
Have you gotten any weird emails, contact info, anything like that?
I'm just
Like,
too good to need an opportunity like that, so they're giving it to our fortunate.
Yeah, absolutely. Or it could be that your mech is a giant walking pile of shit. But besides that point, because I figure somebody's got to be reaching out to all these people to lure them off world with the promise of new mechs and not making them into zombies. Any weird communications coming in the last couple of months? Something that seemed too good to be true?
That I've received.
All right.
I'm still a bit too new around here. As we've already established, I don't quite get the resources that I would like. And he motions to all the damage that is currently and has been in the past dealt to his poor mech.
It's not looking
Alright.
good.
It's not. That reactor is still glowing. Ugly, ugly color.
Should we be standing that close to it?
It does that. It's fine. You know, just it's like the check engine light. You just cover it up, it goes away.
Is there anything that the mercs who get this offer, who go off station, that anything they have in common? Any allegiances, any training, a home world? I don't know.
Cygnus, I'll actually give you a check for basically delving into how much you would know about each of these people individually.
Right. Is that just a pilot check?
This is just a D20, and if you have any triggers or anything that you feel would apply to this, then you could add those.
In dealing with the people, could I have kind of sort of read the situation overall, just sort of gotten a feel for them, or
What's the trigger you're trying to use?
it looks for subtext, motives, or threats in a situation or person?
Absolutely.
All right. I think that's really the only one I have. Unfortunately, assault doesn't work here.
Salt your memory banks.
Punches himself in the face, gets an accuracy.
Hey, Hope, can you check your DMs real quick? Because I had a question related to this.
10. Hopefully just on the nose.
Yeah, that'll do it. You know enough about them, maybe not having spent a ton of time with each of them, that the units or factions that they came from all tended to be disbanded or aren't really around anymore. They would probably be what you would consider to be loners.
They all seem to be of the lone wolf variety. No true allegiance.
Alright.
Makes sense. If you're going to take people out, you want them to be the people less likely to be missed. Okay.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Is there anyone you can think of that matches that description that you know and could contact who's still alive?
Keep in mind, if you've only seen them in their mech, they might not still be alive.
Would I just look at Jace at this point?
Yeah, I mean, he's over, like, helping to clear out some rubble out of the street.
I just mean, like, look at him as if he fits that criteria.
Oh, you're gesturing towards Jace.
No, sort of, but you know, when you as a group sort of like
Yeah.
talk shit about someone and then you kind of like
You just,
look
like,
over
Turn
at
and
them.
look at them. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think it's Jace.
Jace is
Well-
definitely not. I mean, we've seen him out of his mech. If he's involved in this, and I think he is.
He is.
I think he's way more involved than the other people who've been zombified.
He knows what could happen to him now. I'm actually surprised he got into his mech after what happened to his friend.
Well, no, just because the timeline wouldn't match up.
What do you mean?
What do you mean?
Well, I didn't make any coin on the last adventure. You know the solo mission I went on?
I'm sorry, what? When are we going to tell us this?
Man, no.
Well, I got cut off early. What?
The currency of the universe is mana.
That thing. I didn't make any money. I got cut off earlier. So yeah, I went to investigate this mysterious signal, right? And then that's the last thing I remember.
What?
Are you all out of your mechs at the moment, or are you conversing from?
Are we?
I'm in my...
I thought I was out of mine. Okay, I'm in mine. then.
Okay, if I'm out of my mech, then yeah, I still have not taken off the aviators.
Yep. Cygnus is having a smoke. We don't know.
You wait.
You
You went on
don't-
this job and you don't remember what happened on it?
Well, yeah. You see, I was investigating it, and then I remember waking up in my bed. Does that count?
No, that
No,
does not count. That's the
no.
opposite of
Well,
counting.
well, I guess
Where,
my eyes are a
where?
different color, but besides that,
I'm sorry, what?
yeah, and she'll take off the aviators. What once were very like blue, like sea blue eyes is now one like crimson orange and one still blue.
That would have been good to know before you got in a mech.
You
Well, I didn't know.
you might want to have that checked out.
That's
Yeah,
I think
it's
we might want
fine.
to have that checked out
Don't go back in
immediately.
your mech.
you would all
No,
recognize that. Sorry, that as being a sign of a Vatborn,
Of
a clone.
Oh, yeah, no, I figured it out. Sorry. I was just shocked.
We need to shoot you right
Fly
now? Is that
Girl,
what has to happen?
Well then,
did you
whoa.
hold on. Fly Girl, did you die on your last mission?
Die? Have you met me? I can't die. I'm
You
stupid,
literally
Indra.
almost just died.
the
I didn't. Hey, at least I'm not walking shit stain who almost like literally died. I still moved out of the way by the time the explosion came.
All right. You're deflecting.
So,
We can talk about the
I
walking shit
I
later.
understand that you all don't like the look of my mech. However, it does
No, it's
job.
very shiny. It's
You-
very shiny.
you,
You're
however,
compensating a lot, but
did
you know,
die.
I
Okay.
didn't die. I can't.
We're gonna
die,
focus
alright?
again.
Gonna
We've had
focus
we've
on-
had the laughs. We're gonna focus. I hate this. I hate that I am this person. You should all be able to do this without me.
No.
Focus.
No.
Flygirl might be dead. We should probably get to the bottom of that.
Yeah.
I'm standing right in front of you. All right.
And you
This
might be
hurts
dead.
me.
That's the problem. That's the scary part.
But you got the lab-born eyes going on.
Well,
So
no, think of it as more of a cool cosmetic God randomly gave me out of nowhere
No.
than
No,
it is anything
no.
Well,
else.
it's
Nope,
it's sort
don't
of
think so.
got the source. I've
No.
worked with quite a few people who've died, and they've come back usually with a few oddities. And that's one of them.
Let's check some of the other bodies. Let's check Jace.
See if they've got
Okay.
Hey, show me your eyes.
when we were looking at the body we managed to get the helmet off of earlier, did we notice different colored eyes?
No, they would have been monochrome.
Okay.
Okay.
But that's not the only sign of a Vatborn.
Do we know of others and can we check for those?
There's quite a few, which I have a list.
Ooh.
Oh,
I don't
there's a
understand
whole
what the
chart
big
you have
deal
to
is.
roll.
If you guys try killing me, I'm gonna have Firefly over here murder you first.
We're not
Um,
gonna kill you. You're already dead. What would be the
I
point?
didn't. Okay, hold on. We've made
So-
it very clear that I didn't die.
There
Just a temporary
are
setback.
sometimes the clone will need cybernetic augmentations, arms,
There it is.
legs, eyes. Sometimes the clones will have no memory. They could have dramatic scars. Really, any sort of physical malady would be a very good sign of a Vatborn.
Okay. Did we
Okay.
see anything? I mean, obviously, most of the bodies had maladies from being, burned to death. But did we notice anything in particular from, like, that looked like something that wasn't caused by the getting
Urination.
murdered?
The one that you were able to inspect clearly, you would have seen plenty of scarring down from, like, the right cheekbone, down the neck, down, like, across the sternum, that was not done from damage while being inside the mech.
There we
Is
go.
that the kind of thing that could be, it could have happened in a cloning process?
Yep.
Okay.
Okay.
And your other pilot had a cybernetic leg.
Yes.
Okay, so now we got to examine Jace. Just on a cursory visual examination of him, does he look cloney in any way? Does he look like George Clooney?
You haven't really seen any exposed skin from like the neck down, basically, but from the neck up, it's fine.
He's a
Right,
Terminator.
Fly Girl, you're going to have to seduce him. You're going to have to get him naked.
Easy. All right, I walk up to Jace.
Oh, whoa. Not here and now.
Not right this minute.
Not in the street.
Cygnus immediately looks confused and is like, why?
There's a back alley right
that
there. All right, I
enough?
can get the
No.
job done if we need. I'm sure there's
Let's-
a dumpster around here. All right, you gotta
Let's
make do with what
pretend
you got.
you're a classy bird. Let's do it right. Let's go and get a drink, and we can have a chat, and he can tell us what he was going to tell. Maybe he was going to say, by the way, me and my buddy, we died, and now we're clones. Maybe that's what he was going to tell us, and we don't have to go through this.
All right.
Let's go
Nah,
get a
sleeping with him sounds
celebratory
way
drink.
more fun than the talking bit.
Well, you can do
Though
that
the
as well
drink does
later
sound
if you
fun.
want to. Let's go and get a celebratory drink. We did our job. We did it well. Everything went good. Let's go and get a drink and have a chat and see what happens.
Yep. Let's
Okay.
just tell him.
All
Let's just
right.
tell him we're getting a post-battle celebratory drink.
Did
Yes.
the job go good? Did we get confirmation on that?
You did, yeah. Kismet basically confirmed that as far as the negotiations did go, it looked positive, and all they're doing is basically postponing the official signing for when things look like they've calmed down.
Gotcha. Then I don't say that because he's not.
If you knew that.
He knew that. That's fine.
All right. Then we'll fast forward a bit as your mechs are brought back to the mech shop, which, if you would prefer they not patch up your mechs, that would be understandable.
I trust him because I live here. And I don't have a choice.
My mech is literally in 2 pieces, so I kind of also don't have a choice.
This mech's a piece of shit now.
No, mine is 2 pieces of shit.
Ah,
Oh yeah. You know what they say? Double the pleasure,
Corrected.
double the fun.
Yeah, they'll at least get your mech back into enough shape that it can be hauled back up to your ship.
Great.
The Iron Cerberus, I believe, is the name of it.
I think
Mhm.
so.
that's a pretty dope ass name. I like it.
Thank you.
It's a group effort.
We came
Yeah.
up with half of it.
Just half?
I wanted to call it the flying dick, but apparently that was
That's
voted down.
overruled.
Yeah, I have no idea why.
No, but
clue
think
why
about
that's
it. Wait,
happening.
hold on. But think about how funny it would be if you had to come back from like a mission to your boss. It was like, we got destroyed by the flying dick.
I'm going for a
Alright.
drink now.
It would be so funny.
Going for a drink.
She's
Going for
gonna
a drink.
be seducing. She's gonna be the one seducing? Okay.
That depends on his type.
Hey,
That's true.
hey, I got 2
Hey.
big noggins up here, alright? I can seduce anything. I can do it, alright? I can talk alcohol. Alcohol's gonna do it. Never mind, I take it back. It'll be the alcohol.
As your mechs are brought in, Jace, of course, would come down while taking the small lift back to the ground floor. Well, gotta say, make a heck of a team out there.
Yeah,
We
we
sure
do
did.
okay.
Do a lot better when we're fighting on the same side, huh?
Mm.
I hope we don't
How
take
does
that
his mech
personally.
look?
His
Can you balance
and
that encounter?
his and Kismet's would be in about similar condition. Few scratches, nothing that can't be repaired.
What did your mechs deal with on the south side?
We had a bunch of long-ranged artillery that were trying to get set up, trying to take down the building, but, wasn't too bad.
We just had a small mountain try to kill us.
Along
Yeah.
with his very
Along
close
with a
friends.
sniper and, was it 1 or 2 flyers?
One.
One. And a flyer.
Yeah, I feel like they were trying to get that to the building to tear out some of the structural support beams.
That's
So
the
they were
brute
just-
force
they
way
were
of doing
really-
it, I suppose.
They were really hedging their bets, huh?
Apparently. Well, that's mentioned a drink.
Yeah, I think we all deserve one. Job well done.
It's a place not too far around the corner.
All right, is it any good?
No.
Perfect. Lead the way.
Actually taking you to the building that's adjoined to the small like pawn shop that you'd seen him go into before, where he roughed up the mechanic and tossed him to the ground. It
So
pretty heavily
kinda-
reeks of like oil and dust.
So what's this neighborhood?
You mean now? That's
Yeah,
really
I guess
whatever
now
we need
I'm
it
not
to
really
be.
helping. Oh.
Would I, in fact, know that there's not a bar in this area?
There's plenty of bars. By that, it's a place where people collect to drink.
Ah.
Not like the traditional sense of a bar.
Yeah, it's just collective drinking areas. Got
Yes.
it.
Okay.
So everyone just while it's on the house. I mean, we usually got something on tap. If not, we got bottles.
Perfect.
Cygnus
I'll
will
take a
take what's
bottle.
on tap because it hasn't killed him yet.
I'll take a bottle.
Yeah, I'll also do bottle.
Call
Oh,
me
okay.
paranoid.
What
Whatever's
kinda-
stronger.
What's your top shelf stuff here? You know?
Yeah, we have one shelf.
Well,
It's
at least it's the
the
top.
bottom shelf.
Are you a top half full shelf or a bottom half full shelf?
He'll come back with a few small bottles to hand out across the table, all sealed, and then a few mugs of whatever they had on tap.
Well, mine's poison. It's been fun drinking with you all.
So,
Uh,
are you all out of here? I imagine job's done.
Usually we
I
hang
think
out a few days, see what
Yeah.
see if any follow-up jobs come up.
I kind of live here, so
I
No?
know, of course, you're sticking around. I meant,
Oh no, actually, are we done? Do we need to wait for the actual signing?
I
Probably
don't
have to
think
check
so.
in on that.
As far as I heard, it's all pretty much a done deal.
And yeah. Guess we'll be out of here tomorrow, eh, boys?
All right.
Well,
Yeah, I
Rest
think
and
if you-
relaxation and swimming in credits. Here we come.
he'll hold the mug up in a cheers to another day of kicking ass and surviving.
Hell yeah, brother. I'll drink to that.
And many more.
Yeah.
Many
You know,
more.
I think we
a
should get
joy to be a
Jace
part of your
another
team while it lasts.
drink.
I think that's a great idea. Drinks for everybody, and then I look at all of
Yes.
you with the idea of don't get drunk. I don't look at Karma. Sorry, I look at everyone but Karma with
What's the implication there?
The Karma knows better.
You're too mature.
That was better,
Well,
yeah,
Seth,
you're-
I don't
you're
really
making
know
me think
you,
of
so
drunk
I'm
bitch.
drinking.
Are we forgetting that literally my relationship link with Simcoe is that we get trashed together?
Mhm.
Karma loves a drink.
Really? You shame me for everything else, but you're the one who gets to get fucking trashed, and I
What
have to
if-
stay somewhat sober?
What
This
have I
isn't
shamed
fair.
anybody for?
He was a
don't
designated
call me
driver,
Bob.
Seth.
Yeah.
You did it. Designated
Listen.
driver. So, with a few more rounds eventually handed out, and it, of course, devolves into war stories and occasional singing, as it does. You would see more pilots coming and going from the bar. Eventually, once Jace looks inebriated enough, he just kind of sits back in his chair. I don't know about the rest of you, but I think I'm good. I think I might.
Yeah, I'll walk you to your room.
Yeah.
I'll help you.
I'm gonna
Come
call
on,
it.
Jay. One more. Come on. Just one.
We
Yeah,
gotta hang on. We gotta drink to the battles we've survived. Hey, who's got the coolest scar? And I'm just gonna like pull up my pant leg and show off a nasty scar that I've got to see if I can maybe get him to show off weird shit he's got on his body. I can I make a charm for that?
absolutely.
All right, let's do it.
Cygnus is smashed, so he's like, I got you there, and lifts up his shirt, and you just see what is definitely a sniper round.
Oh shit.
Oh shit!
What is this,
All right.
Jaws?
Karma says,
Oh, that's a 5 on that charm.
ooh.
Look, I'm gonna be passed out on the floor if I have any more. So, like, if you're all around tomorrow, I'll hit you up again. I'll show you around the city a little.
All
What,
right.
just
You always
before
swore
you, before you
lightweight.
go, just what you were going to tell us something earlier and you never got round to it. What were you going to say?
Right.
You said later, and now is later.
So, what happened with my friend, the other pilot that I met up with you with?
Exo.
It wasn't just the FOF tags that were going haywire. I heard something else ring out over his comms. We were mid-conversation. Something called out specifically to him. It said a bunch of nonsense, and his comms went dead. Our FOF tags went haywire. And when you all showed up, I was in the process of trying to reach him, assuming that his comms just went out. Because otherwise, he was piloting the mech just fine. He was given the signals that he was okay in there.
What did this voice that called out to him say?
It was just nonsense. It was numbers and words and just noise.
You remember any of the words?
I wasn't really paying attention too much.
I have a question too.
Yeah.
With Cygnus having been in special operations, would this sound like some shit he's maybe dealt with?
This is not anything that you would have come across.
Okay. I was just curious because the player thinks he knows what he's dealing with, but just trying to see if Cygnus knows what he's dealing with.
It sounds like a numbers station for sure, but I have no idea.
What do the numbers mean, Mason?
We don't really have chains of command here so much. I mean, we both belong to Hope's Defiance as far as it goes as protectors, but otherwise we're pretty freelance here. So, there's not really anyone for me to tell this to. He's dead. It is what it is. This mech will be repurposed, given to some other pilot that comes through. Cycle repeats.
That's actually kind of what I'd be worried about.
Okay, so you're not worried the same could happen to you?
If it was, don't you think it would have happened at the same time?
No.
Oh no, we don't know how it works.
No, if I was behind it, I definitely wouldn't do it at the same time. That would be far more suspicious.
Oh, all right. Then what do you think it is?
Oh, if I knew that, I probably wouldn't be sat here asking you these questions.
They could have not picked you to make you the suspect.
Yeah, like anyone thinks I'm smart enough to pull off some nonsense like that.
Oh, you're plenty smart, bud. We're just
I mean, if, say, a group of mercenaries were to come through, they don't know you. Maybe. Corporations don't know you. Anyone here knows better, but...
You know, if probably just my inebriated state here, but I think that you all were implying something.
Nah.
I called you dumb, yes.
Jace, I'm just gonna cut to the drunk ass chase here. Where did y'all go when you got your new mechs and your fancy gear?
Your new necks, you might not be wrong there.
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, it was pretty routine. We were just doing some sector cleanup. They apparently found some piece of space trash that was worth a bunch of money, some satellite or something. They just needed it cleaned up, make sure there was nothing hazardous or dangerous there, and then we hauled it back to their ship.
Any weird memory gaps?
He's just silent for a few moments and just looks at you, still kind of wavering back and forth in his chair.
Jace?
Why?
Because our
We
friend has
do, don't
some
you?
weird memory gaps. What'd you lose? How much?
The radiation coming off that thing. They said it got into the mech, that we both got some pretty serious radiation poisoning, and they were able to pull us out, patch us up, and get us back on the road back here.
Anything
Okay.
different when you woke up?
I'll give you another chance to charm him.
Okay. I feel like I'm interrogating him a little bit, so I'm
Sure.
actually going to make it a pull rank.
Sure.
Nice.
I was thinking about using that. Oh, look
Hey!
at that!
There it is.
Let's go.
Okay. It's probably nothing. I get nightmares. I get dreams of that trip out in space, about what happened. It's things that don't make sense. Like, I know we just got hit by some serious radiation poisoning, passed out. They managed to haul our mechs in, but I feel so real that I remember we got attacked.
By who?
That's the thing. The people that hired us. Why would they bother?
Well, we just dealt with another 3 mechs of people who all fit the lone wolf description that went off world. Came back with a lot of money and a lot of new gear. Is it really
They all
so
came
far-fetched?
back a little different.
So, the 64,000 mana question, Jace, who hired you?
Look, whatever goes on at this station, you all are gonna be gone by tomorrow. None of this has to do anything with you.
Cygnus would like to get up, get right in his face, and sort of just like jerk him up by the lapels a little bit. Like, I live here. I knew those people, and it matters to me, so talk.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
Yeah, if you want to roll a check, go for it.
Alright, can I also do a pull rank?
Yeah.
Or an assault? Can I do both? Pull rank and assault?
Based on assault.
I don't think this counts as assault unless you are physically trying to kill him.
Bitch slap. No, it's fine. It's fine.
The bitch slap.
You know what? I have some points. I'll fix that. I hope.
I think everyone used up their points.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. There we go. That's much better than whatever I did before.
He will absolutely just like also get his hands like up in the collar of your shirt, just making sure that the two of you are face to face. And then take a deep sigh. Fine. Yes, so someone reached out to me a while ago. A couple cycles. Said that they were looking for mercenaries that wanted opportunity, that maybe didn't have a whole lot to fall back on. I told them that I knew a bunch of guys back here that were really just not doing anything. So I put them in contact with a few of them. They got called off. Came back a few weeks later. Had a nice big payday. Got some new gear. They were doing fine. They contacted a few more and a few more. Started to notice that some of these guys were going missing. That they'd go out on patrols. They just wouldn't come back. When Exo had his accident, started to feel like maybe our mission had something to do with it. So I went and talked with the guy that put us in contact. Claimed he didn't know anything about it, claimed that he was just a messenger. So here we are. A bunch of dead ends. I don't know who it was. I don't know how to get a hold of him.
The guy who's just the messenger. You think he might know how to get a hold of him?
Maybe.
So where would we find him?
Next door.
I know, but I wanted him to say it.
His mouth was starting to open as you said that, and then he just turns and looks at you.
Oh yeah, we know.
We did?
Oh yeah.
Oh, yes. We
It was before you got here, Fly Girl. It's okay.
Well,
I completely zoned out.
then you don't need me for anything.
Oh, I think we will. We're gonna keep you hanging around just a little bit longer.
Well, you know where to find me.
Don't get in any mechs anytime soon.
Just in case.
In this state, I don't think so. And he's just going to finish off the rest of his drink. Just give you all a very neutral, judging look. And then stumble off out the door. Back
He's
towards the
judging
mech
us?
shop.
My God.
Cygnus glares at him.
I've had worse from better men.
I feel like seducing him would have been an easier move in this case.
We take what's given to us.
Tomato, tomato.
So do we kick in the door next door and go get in that guy's face?
Oh yeah, that
Are we
sounds
doing
like
that
fun.
now?
Yeah, we're all
Why
hopped
not?
up on booze.
We got a little-
It's
we
just
got
a
a
bit of
little
a
liquid
boring
courage.
place. Yeah, let's go make this night
Wait,
fun.
y'all were
I'm
actually
down for it.
drinking?
Fuck it.
I gave
Yeah.
you the don't drink look.
Wait,
And I
that's what
ignored
that
it.
I thought you were like, hey, start putting the hots on him look.
That was the
I
I'm
was
ordering
getting
him more
fucked.
drinks, so it's time. Fuck it, and I kick open the door next door.
And
I think Fly Girl's gonna like leap over the table and join him at the door.
You have a very interesting group.
Thanks, Cygnus. We try hard.
Cygnus walks through.
the shop next door, where you can see there's, personal vehicles, two-wheeled, four-wheeled vehicles that get people around the city. There's parts of all kinds just scattered around this garage. There's a half torn down four-wheeled off-road vehicle in the middle of the shop. The shelf that you had seen get knocked over when Jace pushed him into it is still on its side, but the tools are kind of cleaned up. As soon as the door is kicked in, you see a figure that just, like, shoots to his feet. Like, I'm up, I'm awake. I don't. Oh, time is it? The hell do you people want?
I'm for you to answer some questions. I high-five myself for a cool line.
That was very good. And I give him a slap on the ass and continue walking in.
The hell? I don't know you. Get out of my shop.
No, but we know you, and we'd like to get to know you better.
Um,
Let's have a chat.
Need a drink?
Can Cygnus just sort of get in position to sort of cut off
Yep.
any escape routes?
You would also recognize this individual. He tends to, help repair people's armor. Just a small-time mechanic. This is Pierce.
Pierce.
Good luck spelling that, because...
P-I-E-R... Oh, Piers.
Pierce.
Ears.
Pierce is
Okay.
a different name. Pierce, I would have words with you.
Yeah? Oh god, you all reek. Serious?
I tip over one of his shelves of tools.
Alright, that's...
I just got done cleaning that up. Come on.
What do you know about the people who are going missing? And the ones who are coming back zombies?
You are drunk. The hell do you mean
Really,
zombies?
I'm not.
Now,
I'm just like this.
here's come
True.
to my attention. Some of the mercs on the station be getting jobs from a certain somebody. He looks pointedly at him. Or at least someone has been putting them in contact with someone giving out jobs. They go out, get a nice payday, come back, and wind up dead.
Oh. You're here about the same thing that Jace was just harassing me over.
Yeah.
I'll tell you the same thing I told him.
No, you won't. You're going to tell us the truth.
Same damn thing. Whoever runs Nova Dynamics, they put
There we go.
They put a big old word out saying that they need just small-time pilots to do jobs that no one else wants, and they're paying good.
I
And you
mean-
got in contact with them. How?
They sent me transmission, same way anyone does. With the
How
Got
OmniNet.
a
you-
return address?
Look, I mean,
How
I'm
did
sure
tell
you
them
all
had a
are.
pilot?
I'm sure you're all talented, but
Correct.
you're a little too organized for what they're looking for.
Bro,
Then how come
We're
they took her?
organized?
I'm gonna just walk up and get in his face. Every single pilot that you sent out has ended up either dead or no, just dead.
Dead.
Some of them in their own cockpit, controlling their mech long after they died. So fucking tell us how you got in contact with him.
I don't know anything about that. Just they send me a communication. They say they need pilots. I reach out, see who has got availability for work, and I send them off. That's it. I don't.
Where do you
Pilots-
send them?
It depends on the job. And he'll go over
Got
to
any
the.
jobs open right now?
We just sent off 2, so those are my last
Oh,
2 for the
shit.
month.
Go on then.
I'll go over to his terminal, pull up the messages, swipe through them, tap it.
Also, are we completely sure that everyone who's gone out on these missions have died? I think some just have like a bit of a memory issue in general.
Don't worry, you'll be dying soon. They won't forget about you.
I don't know
Oh,
if they've died.
oh, that's good.
Liger already has. So
The
is
jury's still out
XO.
on that one.
no,
So is
your eye
Spade.
says it all.
You definitely died, bro.
I
You're
think.
keeping
Oh
me
wait, hold on.
waiting. I don't like it.
If anything, it's a badass Scar, and thus beats out your two.
He pulls up the last message.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know about that. We survived ours.
It
I
needs
survived mine.
2 pilots.
Children.
There's an abandoned ship that's been, or a derelict ship that's been just kind of floating dead through space. There were a number of dangerous, hostile creatures on board. They were supposed to clear it out, find what they could, bring back. There's an entire list of like ship components, like things that they were supposed to grab and just eject before things got too bad. I mean, these are the coordinates if you want to chase them down. But, I mean, I'm telling you, these guys have come back. They've been... couldn't be happier.
Oh, there's 3 more who will never be happy again.
Who did you send on that job?
And where are they now?
He goes back through the list. You're looking for Harper and Finn.
There you go. It wasn't so hard, was it?
Like, it's the exact same thing I told to Jace.
Jace is having a rough day of it. It was so much nicer to get it from you, and now we're all acquainted and we're friendly. And we can come to you if we need anything now.
I knocked some more tools off his table.
Oh, come on. I gotta clean those up.
Well, we'll leave you to it then. Thank you so much for your help.
Great,
Yeah,
thanks.
Thank you so much. I steal a hammer right in front of him. Make full eye contact the whole time.
Here's
So about
something happens to
payment,
Harper, I
right?
swear.
For me? Why would I pay you for
I didn't
anything?
get paid. I didn't get paid when I went. I would like the money, please.
I've never seen
I'm
you
saying
before
this
in my
very
life.
nicely before I kick your ass.
I've never seen you before in my life.
Fuck, who hired me then? Shit, I'm just drunk. All right, let's go.
Yeah. So, you, of course, all are welcome to stay the night, hang out the next day. In fact, stay for as long as you would like if there's more information digging you wanted to do. But eventually the documents would be signed, and in no small part thanks to your efforts, SSC now owns and operates a good chunk of Hope's Defiance.
Huh.
The trade routes are
I
now
hate it.
opened, and supplies will be brought in to help this place grow into a full colony.
Yay!
We did it, Reddit.
We supported capitalism
Yeah.
and colonialism.
We're filling out for both capitalism and colonialism.
Yeah, well, I feel like we're close to wrapping up here, so I don't want to start a whole nother thing. But I kind of want to fly, the Cerberus out to some of these places where they did the missions and see what we can find.
Okay. I will absolutely add some downtime channels to the
Awesome.
to the Lancer.
Amazing.
Yeah. So you guys will have access to both downtime chat, downtime RP if you want it, and yeah. So, with the end of the first mission, with your massive payday, you all are officially license level 1.
Yay!
Halfway to new Mac.
Awesome.
I should have named it Scraps.
We'll absolutely give everyone a rundown next session of what everyone's upgrading, what their what changes we got. Yeah. Think
Awesome.
I can run
well,
around,
shit.
give you
We're
guys
gonna have
the floor. And we'll start with Mike, but Just anything you want to plug, anything just you want to say, now's your chance.
All right. Well, my name's Mike, as you all know. I am the host of two wonderful podcasts. The first is the Ace of Geeks podcast, which is four best friends talking about the nerdy stuff that happened every 2 weeks. The other one is about to wrap up. It's called Yavin Radio, and it's an improvised comedy interview podcast set in the Star Wars universe. Where myself and my friend Jarrus play two of the lowest ranking members of the Rebel Alliance, interviewing people and doing a podcast out of the base on Yavin 4 just after Return of the Jedi. Also, we just released the newest fight for the League of Swords, which is my pro wrestling meets fighting games meets sword fights YouTube show. That's out on our YouTube channel. If you go to leagueofswords.com, there'll be more info on that. And I think that's it for me this week. I don't think I have any other irons in the fire yet.
Yet.
Oh,
Yeah.
I'm Vengeance God on Twitter if you want to follow me.
Absolutely. Go check him out. Jump over to Darcy.
Oh, hey, that's me. Hi, I'm JC Darcy. I'm JC Darcy _ on Twitter, and that's where you can find me and my content. And sometimes I put out calls for people to come play cool games with me. I run the Darcy Arms, where we try as many different systems as we can. We are ramping up for some March games. I think we're going to try Yazeba's Bed and Breakfast. We're looking at maybe a Lancer one-shot, maybe. And a couple of other things, some Morkborg, we do some Mothership, we do all sorts of things. I've just put out a Thirsty Sword Lesbians supplement, which is all about space and lasers and lesbians. And I also just put out a Wanderhome playbook this week, which is about being happy and making other people happy, which is always good.
Oh.
And I think that's everything from me.
Yeah. We'll jump down to Mr. James.
Oh boy, what a rundown. I'll do the standard plugs. You can find me at the Deadly D8 YouTube channel where we cover a bunch of things Pathfinder 2e or TTRPG related, typically Pathfinder because we like animated content and we really like Pathfinder 2nd Edition. If you can't tell behind me, I am a giant Pathfinder and Paizo nerd. Let's see. We do live streams 9:30 on Fridays. We just released the Sniping Duo Archetype animated video that was written and voiced by me, as well as my friend Obscura. Pathfinder Infinite. I have two new products out: the Champion class, a Champion Reborn, the Champion class without alignment, which expands the Champion class from Pathfinder 2nd Edition to be a little bit more viable for champions of all alignments, including evil ones actually being like allowed in a campaign and not, completely destroying everything, because apparently evil characters aren't typically liked in campaigns. And then Gunsmoke, which is a cowboy expansion for Pathfinder 2nd Edition, which adds more firearms, 22 new firearms, is
Very
to be
cool.
exact, forged siege weapons, and a bunch of funny ammunitions. Still a bunch of things under NDA. You can find me on Twitter at GeekJames513 as I am wrapping up the monsters of the Tal'Dorei Reborn into Pathfinder 2e for all you crit fans who are really into Pathfinder, as well as if you want to support me in my work, because I want to release a bunch of stuff, but obviously time and budget. If you can find my Patreon in my bio. For $5 you get access to all of my Patreon content and a new class waiting for you if you just sub even for a month. But I've already released 2 new subsystems and a archetype, and I'm hoping to drop more stuff tomorrow. Every other days you're gonna get a full page of new content. And I think that's where I'm gonna end the announcements, because I know I have more, but I know other people need to talk.
It's fine.
I should get a script for this, Hoop. I really should.
Yeah,
Me too.
It's been nice.
I do too many of these.
Write one up.
And Zach, you got anything for us?
Well, as always, you all can find me typically on Saturday mornings when we do our Lost Caravan Pathfinder campaign, the one that started it all. Other than that, join our Discord. join our wonderful Google document for games that we're trying to host for next month. And don't be afraid to watch some more streams, get those channel points, and you can either really help us out or you can really screw us over.
No, you can only help us. That's not how that works.
Someday, someone will redeem that villain point.
And honestly, if you go back and watch our Locust campaign, you can see what happens
Yeah.
if you
Wait,
decide
what
to
do you
take
mean
a stance
someday?
against the
That was
players.
the. Yeah, Gypsy literally was like villain pointing the entire last session.
Yeah.
The secret was I was the main villain.
No.
That all you got?
I believe so.
All right. Well, I am Andrew. I was our games master for the evening. Of course, if you
Rapturous applause. Woo!
Yay!
Correct.
if you like what we do, our Discord link is down below. Please do come hang out. You know, like Zach said, we're finishing up our scheduling for March. So if you want to be in any one shots, or mini campaigns, if we choose to run them, that's the place you would go. Also, I forgot to mention this when we started, but we are going to be starting a Pathfinder Academy, probably in April, where if you're new to the game of Pathfinder and you want to learn it, or if you've played but there's still some things that are confusing, we're going to take players of all levels and run them through the basics, run them through the more advanced properties, and just get more people into this amazing game, because Pathfinder is so good. But yeah, we also have a sign-up sheet for that. You can also find it at our Discord. Other than that, I think, let's see who is online, who we can throw a raid over to.
Yeah.
Final thing, again, do not forget about the link to Hero Forge. Again, amazing minis. So glad to be working with them.
Ooh, Neon Lights roleplay. Neon Lights. Please tell me I spelled that right. Alright. With that, a massive thank you to everyone that caught us live. A huge thank you to our cast. If you're watching the VOD after, if you're watching this on YouTube, we love you so much. Come hang out live next time. We love to see people in chats. We love the interaction. And we can't wait to do this again. So, goodbye. Good night. We'll see you next time.
Till the next game.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.